right. Just checking the systems here. Checking all the systems. Make sure it's coming. This is the first time I use this one. Make sure it's coming through on YouTube. Let's see, getting ready to draft here. Getting ready to draft in the Gladiator. Gladiator Bestiator. I don't know what else to say about it. Time going on. Yeah, it's working. Gladiator Bestiator. All right, yeah, so everything's working good. I will have that YouTube window open. I think that's the window to monitor for chat. I can't really pay that much attention to that. But some draft board, draft room. I have this one popped over here. Okay, there we go. This one goes like this. I got the 13 pick, man. That's going to be I like that pick actually very much. I like that pick very, very much. So I'm gonna go with that. Let's see, manage videos. We've got about 12 minutes till the draft starts, so I'm just getting everything set up here. Apologies while I kind of find my way into this room that I want to be in. This YouTube Control Studio. Your channel, YouTube. That's it. Doesn't really matter. Let me see. YouTube Studio, there it is. Let's see, where does it show the chat and the thing? Let's see. That is not the right area. I'm looking forward to this 13 pick here. I gotta say, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Let me see. That's not how you do it. Well, let's go like this. I had it going one time. Let's see. That wasn't it. Let's see. Control panel. Maybe I just gotta have a different look on my YouTube here. Okay, that's your video. Show more. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, create. And I just need to go right here. That's my zone right here. Manage. There we go. Manage. More actions. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Add him to the stage. Let's see. Add to stage. I think I did it right. What's up, man? Hey. How are you?
Doing good. How's it going, Jason?
Good, man. Good to see you, Spencer.
You too.
Excited to get another Gladiator going here.
Me as well. I see we got pretty close picks to each other.
I do. You got 11. I got 13. I'm totally not minding the later picks this year.
Oh, I actually love them. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of coveting them, to be honest with you. I drafted a good team out of 14, but I like the small pocket. It should be good. You got some good drafters in here. Should be my plan is always try to beat the room. That's why I like to get in here with some experienced players like yourself and kind of just figure if I'm holding my own in these rooms, then I must be doing somewhat good against overall numbers. So that's basically my plan here tonight.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, and I'll tell you, this is one of the best things about drafting, especially gladiators on here and the live drafts more than anything. You have amazing competition. I mean, these guys that are in here, every single one of them knows their stuff. I mean, it's great. And I love that. I love drafting against these guys.
Yeah, that's what I have my whole system to do, is to kind of keep track of everything during the draft, and I will be doing that as I always do, updating my picks in my sheet. It gives me up to date calculations, and that allows me to just know where I'm at in the room. That's kind of my whole thing. So I'm getting ready for that over here in the other window. I haven't quite figured out how to share two windows yet on this. I don't think I bought the StreamYard yet, so I can only click one window at a time. So I'll click back and forth. But
Yeah,
I do have a standings that I will be showing like throughout the draft, kind of show where everybody's at in terms of their rankings and stuff like that. So
that's
we'll
awesome.
see. It should be a good draft, man. Like I said, there's people in the room that I've drafted against, and I kind of some of the games I try to pattern my game after. I kind of have a couple of different ways I'm going this year,
Hmm.
but I'm looking forward to kind of just seeing which way this room goes. I think that's important to be able to have some different plays you can make. I want to get you looking right, that to make you look bigger in there, but I'm not quite sure how to do that, man. I
Oh,
apologize.
well, you know what I just realized? I think it's because I'm in diagonal instead of sideways.
Okay.
Hmm.
I I'm not quite sure how to navigate that. Let me look into it a
Let me
little bit.
see.
Oh, there
There
you
we
go. Now you're
there
bigger
we
on
go.
now we see you bigger, man. That's gonna be more enjoyable, dude. Perfect.
Yep,
Perfect.
there we go.
All right, cool. I got you in a little side window, and I got the NFBC up here. Yeah, how many have you done this year so far?
This is number 26
Oh man,
for
I
me.
know I see you in all of them. I
So
know I see you.
I don't
O-
I don't do any slows.
Okay,
I do other drafts with slows, but with Gladiator, I just do the fast drafts.
okay,
And I pretty much do almost every one that fills. So,
okay,
I mean, if a fast draft is filling, but I have a cap 40 is where I'm going to be stopping. So,
okay,
so I'm at 26. So that's a good, I mean, we're at no December 12th. This is a good, I'll end up having to not do some, and it's going to be hard for me at nights to let drafts go that I'm
yeah.
seeing there.
I think we're probably about the. I'm doing 10, and this will be my sixth. So we're pretty roughly along the same way in our gladiator journey for the year. And
Hmm.
you try to pace it out to the beginning of the year is kind of what I found is kind of the timing on the gladiator. So
Well,
that's what
well,
I'm doing too. I want to get into some of those
yeah.
last rooms and stuff like that, but it's hard to let them pass by, man.
I was going to say, there's, if you don't, so here pretty soon, in the next few weeks, probably based off how the last couple years have gone, all the slow drafts are going to be filled and they'll stop doing the slows. And then
Okay.
it'll just be the scheduled fast drafts that they've already got scheduled. And then they're either going to fill. And then as soon as they fill, because they hit their number, then that's that. So
Okay.
don't wait too long before you actually get registered for those last ones, kind of
Okay.
pick the days and maybe go ahead and pre-sign in just because you never know. You never
Okay.
know.
That
I, I
that's good
I've
knowledge.
gotten caught.
Yeah, I've got caught on a couple. I was trying to jump in, and somebody will tweet about a draft, and it'll fill in 3 minutes or something like that. That kind of stuff can happen.
Hmm.
Um, I am going to schedule one more slow, but I like that you said you do all fasts, and that's kind of I guess this year I've kind of been kind of seeing what's better, slow or fast, and I guess I kind of used to think slow was a little bit more advantageous, but I think fast might be a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to. This is my third year in, and I'm just trying to grab
Hmm.
any little bit of um, any little bit of like I guess vibes is mostly what I play off of.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you my thoughts as to kind of why this is what I do. At least for me, with the slows and gladiators specifically, you know, with you not having a bench and the fact that everyone gets the extra time to actually break down what they're doing, I actually anticipate the slows would be harder rooms than the fast, even though the fast drafts mostly you're going against better competition. But a lot of these guys, they're in a lot. I draft against a lot of these same people almost every night,
Okay.
so a lot of these guys try to mix things up all the time. Um, and so as a result, it's like, and I'll tell you what I do too. I don't set my KDS. I leave it as 1 through 15,
Straight
and
butter, baby.
I just let it go. And wherever the chips fall, they fall. And as a result, I've gotten a handful of tops. But I like, this is my first 11. So in draft 26, this is the first time I've had 11. And I think I'm going to be in play for crochet tonight, which I haven't got Crochet at all in the Gladiators. That's kind of one of the things about not setting your KDS, is that, I'm limited to even who I can draft, because I don't get the opportunity. Like, I've wanted to take Crochet, but truthfully, I'm not going to take Crochet over Acuna. I'm just not
Yeah,
going to do
yeah,
that. So whenever, someone like one draft, I remember I had picked, I think it was 12. I can go back and find out, but Crochet made it, but Corbin Carroll fell, and
right,
I couldn't pass up Corbin Carroll. It was too much of a fall for him there.
right.
So I haven't got him. So I'm kind of hoping to get Crochet tonight, just to have at least one of my teams with him on there.
I
Um,
That's
I
how these first rounds
generally,
are. They're
mhm.
so chalky. Even if you get a guy you want, you kind of just got to stay with the chalk in these first rounds. That's what's let me feel like I have the most ability to go where I want later in the draft, is by staying kind of like, just kind of like what you were describing there. I really want to take this guy, but I know I should stay on the chalk.
See,
So,
I generally like hitters as the chalk at the top in the first two
okay.
rounds. I feel good dipping into pitchers starting in round three, and I'll go with starter or reliever. Don't get me wrong, I've taken already a couple Scoobles, and I think I have one Skeen. So, I'm not saying I won't ever go a top pitcher, but I think that your best bet with building these gladiators, it's to start with power and speed combo guys. If you can get speed and power, well, those top players at the top, they just a great way
Yeah,
to build your foundation.
I guess in my head is always rattling around. I think I heard Justin Mason say it. No matter how good a starting pitcher is, that's a four category player. So I
Hmm.
think what you're saying is like, man, if you got to work your balance extra hard to get back in that, when you could get five categories in that first round. So
Absolutely. Yep.
I'll tell you what, I took Scooble at 5, and
Hmm.
I took Skeens at 9, and I think you're right to take Crochet. I might take Crochet a little earlier. There's some hitters I'm off, and I'll let them fall by me, but we're gonna see how this goes here in about 43 seconds. I'm
Yeah, we're
excited.
not far. We're
We're
not
not far,
far.
man.
Let me ask you this. This is always a great strategy question, as far as just everyone's got their own different ways. But with you doing 10 teams, how are you drafting closers? Are you spending up? Are you waiting? You looking to just mix it up with the mid-tier guys? Like, how do you approach closers?
Man, well, there's one guy I really admire his style. I won't say his name on the air. I'll tell you about it later, though. And he kind of, I think, stumbled. This is his third year too, and I think he kind of stumbled into to considering Gladiator to be a 9.5 category league and to not draft closers to the end. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm going to go that route here.
Hmm.
Um, I also really see the good idea in grabbing value of a mid tier plus closer. There goes Soto. Soto one. Wow, gotta love that. Um,
That's a first. I've not
that I
seen that
first time
happen
I've
yet.
seen that. Um, I like the mid tier closer that might have the 20 saves. I think that might be what I'm trying to do tonight. I just want my main thing is I will never reach for a closer. So even if I got to reach one pick, I'm not going to reach for that closer. I guess I've said that all over. That's no. There's a nice Bobby Witt at 4. You got to really like that if you're the 4 picker there.
Yeah, and the four picker, he's actually a buddy of mine. So
Okay, I'm
yeah,
stoked.
he's really good. So he's in all of my like home leagues, and he is a really good player. He's every
Okay,
year my biggest competition. Well, I say that I play with a lot of good players in my home leagues. To be honest, they're like 20-year going home leagues.
right,
So
right, right, right.
all right, we're getting
We're getting
close here. So
close.
Scooble, first one off the board at 7.
Let's see.
You have to be on your spreadsheet, like filling in
Yeah,
those names.
it's kind of giving me a little problems right now, but I should be able to make it. These first rounds are so chalky that it kind of like you kind of just take your. I want to take some classes and learn how to do this more efficiently, but
Did you
uh,
design that spreadsheet?
yeah, I did. I
Yeah,
just kind
that's
of made
awesome.
it kind of just to give me.
All
Uh,
right.
Look,
So I'm going to give you a second here, because look what's happened. Carroll was a pick away. He almost fell to this 11. Now Crochet's here, but Skeens fell. So This is tough
Yeah,
for me because
it's looking
I
nice for
mean,
me.
either way, I like both of these pitchers. If I was gonna, I'll tell you this: if I was gonna go hitter here, it wouldn't be Junior Caminero. It would be Tatis. I like having good outfielders. Oh man, this is tough. Do I just stick with Crochet? See, this is where I just want to pivot, honestly, and just go Tatis and just pivot away from both of them and give you one of the two.
Dude,
Um,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna do
minding
it
what.
actually. I'm gonna do it because again,
Okay.
like I was saying, I generally like to take hitters more in the first. Tatis
I'm
will
gonna
do everything.
I'm gonna take. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take pitcher here. I don't have a Crochet, and I'm gonna take that Crochet right there.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
I hope
that
that
might be.
works out great for your team
Yeah,
because
I
Crochet
don't
is a
have one, and
beast.
I also talk about always drafting for strikeouts when you have the opportunity. So I'm gonna take that.
He's about as good as they come for that.
Yeah. Let me see schemes here. There's schemes. I went Crochet. Gunner. I like that Junior Caminero. I think if you're worried at all about shortstop, that's the way to go. I mean, at third base, that's the
Third
way to go.
base. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Junior's great. Yeah, there's what's not to love about that guy. I mean, he's power for days. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm slightly a little concerned about, them going into the back to Tropicana
Yeah. Okay.
because I do like one thing that I do know is that he got a lot of what I would call, Yankee Stadium homers,
Okay.
hitting them to right field. But with that said, I mean, my gosh, I'm just trying. I'm not drafting in fear of
I,
it's someone like Caminero. Just if you can get him, I say draft him.
well, you know what? Who I'm going to do here. This is totally off what I'm doing. I'm going to take Nick Kurtz. I'm going to go out to West Side
Yeah,
and watch this guy hit some home runs. Let's go. Let's
let's
go.
do it. Why not? I love
I
that.
really was trying to just. I have a philosophy that you could push any position this year, and I thought that first base would be a great position to push all year long.
Hmm.
But no, let's just do that right there.
So it's on me now, and so I'll just tell you what I'm looking at here. The main three hitters at the top, that's who I'm looking at. Cal, Vlad Jr., or Jazz. Um, Jazz is kind of will start with everything that I like, the power speed combo, just like Tatis, very similar type of stats to Tatis.
Yeah,
I mean, we know Cal, obviously Cal's Cal, but man, it's hard to just pass up Vlad because I mean, you just took Kurtz and I like Vlad and Tatis. They came in at the same time. I think of their rookie cards together a lot.
hey
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
man,
Tatis and
liking them
Vlad.
on their card is the best reason to draft a guy, man. I can't even lie.
Oh, 100%. As you can see behind me here, I'm kind of a baseball card guy. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
I didn't really pick up on the background there, but hey, I agree 100%.
All right. Cal went to the Carol owner right after.
Let's see what's
All
going
right.
on
So
here.
now we got a minute. So let me tell you why I asked you. Whoa, look at Munoz. I was about to say why I asked about relief pitcher, and then Munoz just goes and Edwin. Wow, this
They're
is the
going. Edwin
earliest.
Diaz is going to go early. Diaz
Th-
is going to go early.
That right there, though, pick right in the middle of round two. That's the earliest out of all of these drafts I've done that I've seen those two guys go. Um, but you know what? There hasn't been a gladiator draft the last couple days. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if there's been one since Diaz signed. Let me go
Really?
see. Fast draft wise, I mean, obviously there's been slows, but let me see. The last one was on, well, it was 2 nights ago. It was on the 10th. So maybe he signed that night. I don't remember
Yeah,
when he signed. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
I have mine set up to the last week. Uh, my ADP set to the last week to kind of keep track what's going on there. But I don't see that he's really jumping, but he will. He definitely will.
Well, he did tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That's Cal Rayleigh. Let me see. Andres Munoz. Oof, that's Andres Munoz. All right. Andres Munoz. Okay, there we go. Edwin Diaz. Okay. Man, I guess in this coming up round here, I guess I got to look to get into. I guess I would be looking to get into positions here. I don't really that pick of that pitcher does really make it so you got to not get away from positions, and so I got to be aware of that at all times now. That's kind of
Yeah,
one thing that I'm thinking about. There goes Pete Alonso. Is that some movement there on Pete Alonso?
that is. Yeah, that is a little higher on Pete than what he's been going. He's been going at the usually around the three, early three. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was my buddy Brock that took him. So
Okay, that's a good pick.
he obviously is on him now that he's on Baltimore, and I don't blame him. I mean, my gosh, how many home runs are the Orioles going to hit this year?
Oh
Holy
man,
cow!
we're not going to talk about an outfielder who's yet to be picked.
Yeah,
But he's
well,
going to have
we
a.
won't speak.
We're not going to speak about that, but he might have a big year too.
I've been doing a lot of underdogs as well, and yeah, I'm just focusing on power there. It's been a lot of fun.
I don't do any of the underdogs. I don't know. Maybe why I'm just not a daily player. Maybe
It's
that's
best
my
ball.
fault.
It's
Oh,
best
it's
ball.
best ball. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not a daily player either, other than just my regular home leagues. That's why I love Gladiators, because Gladiators is best ball roto. Essentially, it's what it is. It's roto best ball, essentially.
I
Just
guess that's
with no,
true.
that's one of my main, I love drafting, but I don't like making a lot of moves during the season.
Oh, you're telling me.
So,
I want to. I would just. I hate the Fab so much. I'm trying to stay away from
mhm,
Fab at all costs.
yep.
Um,
DCs, 50s, I'll do those because there's no fab. But even in those, you got to make sure to set your lineup. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not like it's hard. It's twice a week, but still.
Still, I am working on a lineup setting tool actually. Not a lineup setting tool, but I want to identify a matchups by left-handed and right-handedness and have that at my fingertips for my daily league. I play in a daily league. It's probably my
Hmm.
next most. That's my home league, the one that's the next
Hmm.
most important to me. And that's like it's on ESPN, so you can get very, very shifty with it. So I want to try to use the publicly available data. There goes Devin. There we
Is
go.
it daily points
It's
or
daily. No, it's
categories?
daily. It's daily head to head kind of daily head to head.
Okay. Head to head, but categories. So,
Head to head catch. Yeah.
yeah.
So that makes for an interesting play. And
Hmm.
I want to kind of like just try my hand at. That's the one I don't worry about. There, Logan Gilbert, Devin Williams, Chris Sale. Oh man, here comes a little run coming around to me.
Yep. Yep.
Man, I
I'm
might
a
have
pick
to do
away
something
here.
I don't want to do here. Man, they're gonna make me do it.
So, all right. Here's what I'm looking at. Um, I mean, there's really good hitters at the top here. Cattell Marte, Manny Machado. I mean,
Right.
both of those are studs. I'm good with taking either. I don't have a second or a third. But I think I'm going to go pitcher. I like to go. See, this is where like 3, 4. Usually, I like to go hitter, and then starter, closer, and that's what I was going to get at earlier. Is I usually do like this year in particular. I'm trying to spend up at closer.
Hmm.
I just went ahead and grabbed Degrom. I'm not again. I'm just trying to not live in fear of injury. I mean, he was mostly healthy last year. He's good, but anyway,
Ooh, there goes the guy I was gonna get. I
Hunter
was just
Brown.
gonna take
Yep,
Hunter Brown right there. Man, I think I got to go shortstop here. I think I'm gonna have to go for CJ Abrams to have an up year.
I like that.
I got to
And
do that.
you don't have speed yet.
I don't. I got to do that. I have some other CJ Abrams on some teams, but I got to go for. I got to just. That's shortstop too, so I gotta just take
Hmm.
that at position as well. Oh man,
Yep, I like that pick.
That Hunter Brown would have looked so nice. I would have had a lot of making up to do for the rest of my team, but man, CJ Brian Wu.
Hunter Brown is a stud. There's no doubt about that.
Brian Wu. Who is it going to get back to me here? I can get somebody else here. So I mean, we'll see. Here's Brian Wu, Bednar. Okay, Bednar. Okay. These are good picks. These are all good picks right here. These are like where where I say people get chalky with it. This is kind of what I'm saying. Like people's sheets are telling them to take that value of Bednar right there. I'm not sure if it's a value, but they're looking and saying, hey, if they're a bucket player, I'm out of bucket. So that's when the picking is going to start happening. This guy's a really good player too. Oh, that's the guy who took Bednar. This guy's a good player. I like this guy.
The guy at the turn, he is.
The guy at the turn.
He's in a good amount of these, and he's a good player.
Yeah. He's trying to find something right here. Let's see what he does. I think he's trying to talk himself out of something. That's what I feel like good players do sometimes.
Yeah.
They talk themselves out of stuff because they're like, whoa, my goodness. Sometimes a guy will make a pick right in front of me, and I'll say to myself, that's a set. Oh,
he was weighing the injury risk of Reagan's is what it was, and I don't blame him. But, man, again, screw injury risk. Reagan's is a stud. I love it.
Yeah, give me that. That's a good one. Who just went? Hunter Green. Man, do I got to take Ketel Marte? Man, I got to take
He's a pretty good pick.
I got to take
round 4.
I went first round pitcher. I got to take Ketel Marte.
He doesn't steal a lot, but he does everything else for you, and he locks up. I mean, you got the best second baseman there in a weak position.
And I think that team's going to be profitable. I don't know why, but I think he's a guy who can be profitable no matter what happens with that team. So
I know. I've drafted several teams. I'm doing a 50 right now, a slow draft, and I started it with Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte. Ended up adding Geraldo Perdomo. I'm like, all right, well, I'm all in on the Diamondbacks. Okay. So
let me see. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. I'm looking at a few different guys here. But I'm just going to stick with what I talked about. This is just the way. Sometimes I have to kind of force myself to do uncomfortable things to have the lineups turn out the way I want, and I'm just going to grab Hader. Again, it's injury, I know, but the last thing that I read on him is he could be back within the first month, and I'm just going to bet on it. And if I get a chance to get a late Abreu, I don't care to pair the two of them together.
Okay. Yeah. No. Hey, you're talking my business now. You're talking the handcuff. I think is a secret this year. I think there's
not much of a secret.
Well, I'm just saying. I think I think the plus handcuff. I think in Gladiators, if you get the plus handcuff and you pair it with the 9.5 category theory, that you only have to draft 2 closers to get 35, 40 saves, and you can win the whole thing. So
I'm right there with you. I agree.
I think that's a thing that could happen. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
All right. Let's see. So Iglesias, Robert Suarez.
Interesting there, huh? That Robert Suarez still went in the middle of the 4th.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just an oversight by Gary, not kind of. I don't know. That's a good player who drafts a lot.
People are saying that he's still the man. I've heard. I haven't looked into it myself, but people are saying that he's still going to get the work out there.
Well,
somehow.
This is just from literally just Googling. What it says right now is he's signed to be the setup man. Like, that's literally what the news article said.
Okay.
So they're saying that Iglesias is still going to be the guy. Now, just because they're saying that now, and even if he starts the year that way, it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. So Suarez could still be a great pick, but I was actually wondering how low he would go, and he didn't go low at all.
No, you're right. That's a thing where you would expect just on news for that to be low, but I guess that news did not carry. Maybe it's not news.
Right? Maybe.
That's where we're at in Gladiators, though, man. That's what the fun of this is. Is that some of this is going to happen and some of it isn't.
It's mostly not.
It's mostly not.
Again, whenever it comes to drafting these, They're so much fun. I love drafting these teams, watching them unfold. But I realize that most of the drafts that I do are gonna just fail miserably, a lot of them, because it's inevitable with injuries and underproduction of guys that you expected to produce.
Well, I
But
mean,
when you put together the right group, man, is it fun. I love watching that unfold. It's addicting.
it is, and I guess I also want to find a way to um, more accurately monitor the gladiator and stay engaged in it throughout the year. So that's another thing that another little spreadsheet tool I'm going to be working on. But it is fun to watch your gladiators go up and down because you are like, you can't do nothing about it. It's like watching your kid play
Hmm.
soccer. You're just watching it, man. You're just watching it.
Absolutely.
Um, let me see. So I'm feeling okay about my draft right now. I'm doing stuff I don't like to do, but I feel like I stayed real chalky there. And that is kind of what I feel like I can work out of there. It was Roman Anthony, huh? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like the
I don't,
start to your team.
yeah, I think
You
I
don't
need to
know
get.
about Roman Anthony?
Yeah, I'm not a Roman Anthony guy. These outfielders coming up here, I'm not. I just, man, I can't go on outfielder here. I can't go outfielder this year here. I know a lot of people are taking like your Jackson Merrills, your Bellinger, your Buxtons here. There goes Rooker. I could take me a Brett Rooker.
Hmm.
And in
Yep.
fact, if you took Brett Rooker right there, you are stoked.
Oh yeah.
I said this the other day, man. Brent Rooker might finish with like a very Nick Kurtz like line, and maybe a better batting average.
As of 2 years ago, I would have said that for sure. Well, obviously 2 years ago, I didn't know Nick Kurtz, but
Right.
yeah, no, Nick Kurtz is fascinating to me. Fascinating. I absolutely loved watching him play. I watch the A's almost every night because I watch baseball at nights whenever I sit
Okay.
here, and the A's are always on late. And
Yeah.
so I'm
Right.
always watching the A's. For me, I'm Central Time. So for
Okay.
me, I'm watching the A's at like 11 and 12. And so I watch them all the time. And Nick Kurtz was fascinating. What is he going to give us this year from a batting average wise? He had 290. I mean, if he hits 290 again, then he's gonna be he's well deserved a first round pick. Um, but I don't know.
If he
I'm
hits 290, if he hits 290, and that lineup is worth anything, and guys like Lawrence Butler have above average seasons, he will be a first round pick.
Yeah,
Yeah. So um,
the A's are a lot of fun. They're one of my favorite teams to watch.
yeah, I live out here in Sac. I made it out to 10
Oh, you
games
do?
this year. Yeah,
Oh,
made it to
that's
10.
awesome. I didn't know you lived in Sacramento. That's
Yeah, man,
great.
I saw that Nick Kurtz bomb. Was there with my wife and
The
kid.
the
That bomb.
500-foot one that went
Yeah,
over the center
yeah,
field to the left.
yeah. That's the longest home run I ever seen in my life.
I bet.
It
I
turned
bet.
everybody's head in the stadium, man. People were
That
like,
was
"What was that?" I was like, "What was that?" That was a 500-foot home run. You guys just saw something
Oh,
crazy.
that's awesome. I was sitting here at my house watching it, so
Yeah, my son's a Reds fan, so he wanted to go to a set. I said, son, you ever been to a set of games? You've been to all the games the teams played against another team, see what's happening with their bullpen and all that. He said, no. I said, let's go for the Reds. So that was I think that was the Saturday night game, maybe.
that's
Where he hit that
awesome.
bomb. Oh, here you go, brother. Here you go, brother.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, um, so I could easily go back to hitter here. I'm I'm shooting for the upside, especially as we're drafting together, and I really love what this guy could do this year, and I'm just going with Cease.
Wow,
So,
I like it. I
yep,
like it. I
it's a
like it.
fun pick.
He was on my radar right there. I can't even lie. Um, what do they say?
200
You get
Ks, almost a
200
given.
Ks. 200 Ks. I love that Dylan Cease pick right there. I'm sad I didn't get it. I might not have taken it on the front side, but I probably would have tried to get back to it.
Well,
It's
here
gonna
you
leave
are.
me. It's gonna leave me somebody that, man. Do I got to do it again? I don't like. Oh man, I need to go pitcher here. Oh, I need to go pitcher here. I need to go Freddie Peralta. Let's go.
It's a good
That's
pick.
my guy. I like that. Got a little tilted there. But that's okay. That's all right. When tilted, take a picture. I guess that's a philosophy I have.
That's not a bad one.
And I'm going to come back around, and I figure into the pocket. Take your first guy into the pocket is another thing I like to say sometimes. So I took my first guy there. There goes Hunter Goodman. That would have been a good pick. Oh, man, that was a good pick right there. Here goes. Are you ready for it? Here come the catchers.
Catchers, I've found myself pushing this year because there's just so many of them. And as a result, I don't have a lot of Gladiator teams with these top catchers. I may regret that. Because I have a lot of guys like Carter Jensen and Dylan Dingler and, like that level.
Right.
Which I think it's going to be good. But
I have seen that play a lot this year. The two mid catcher, the two mid, not mid negative, but like straight mid catchers. I've seen people go back to back in the teens rounds on that. And I've been looking at it and I'm like, that's a smart play. That's a smart play right there. Because you get, if you figure out something else you're not going to really want at the end that's not catcher, then it's a smart play. If for a good team build, with the right team build, it can really work out to give you. There's that other guy I was going to take, man.
Naylor or Ryan, which one?
Both of those guys were on
both
my
of
radar.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm like stuck here, and I think I gotta what pick number am I coming to? 78. Oh,
the Josh Naylor steals thing has me like I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. And I did it earlier, and we were just talking about not doing it, but I'm going to take Augustine Ramirez.
Hey, there you go.
I think that's the catcher to take there. That's super upside. I'm playing to win the whole thing. I'm going to Augustine Ramirez. Yeah, that gives me some options. That's a position too. I'm not trying to point this out, but I'll just say that's a position and I think always securing a position is another thing to default to.
Well, here's a question for you now then. So now that you have Augustine Ramirez, are you planning on spending relatively one of the next few rounds and having two good catchers? How does your mind go there? Is it like, okay, I spent up, I took a 6th round pick on a catcher, now I push it to the teens? Or does that pivot in your brain? You say, I want Drake Baldwin, Salvador Perez, Yainer Diaz, Will Smith, one of these guys, or Kirk or something.
I think you are an extremely astute Gladiator player, my friend, because I think what you just said is correct. What this gives you now is look, here's the catcher run. I didn't want to get behind the catcher run there because I guess I kind of did want a better catcher. I want to leave myself up to take another better than average catcher if they fall to me. So you're right. Exactly what you said is correct. If another catcher falls to me, that's fallen a half round, 10 picks, I'll seriously have to consider taking them.
Yeah.
Because of how my team build is and how I invested in Augustine Ramirez there. So, but I think that gives you the flexibility to do that. Because how many times have you been looking and you're like, my build doesn't take catcher here, but you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're on the clock, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I know. I'm sitting here torn. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell you, this is my first Gladiator pick of this guy. I'm going to do it. I was just mentioning him. I took him on a 50 earlier. First time I've taken him in Gladiator. It feels kind of gross taking him this high.
Let me see it. Oh, I don't think that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. What's wrong with picking a Dodger? What's wrong with picking a Dodger who's
I didn't pick Freddie Freeman. I took Perdomo.
Oh, you took Perdomo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better pick. I love that pick.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's even better than Freddie Freeman.
Again, it's my first time taking him in Gladiator, so
I have him. I have him at, I think, of a more expensive price than that, actually. And I'll tell you what, on that team, I doubled up and I took him as my second shortstop, trying to bully the room out of shortstops there. That's
kind of fun to do, isn't it? I like.
Yeah, man, I love that Gladiator strategy, right? The room bully. I don't think we're seeing any of that in this room, but Uh, yeah, I really like Perdomo. Like I said, there he is. I think Arizona's gonna pay this year. So so do that. You know, where's
Hey,
your positions?
it is done. It is locked and loaded.
Let me show you on positions right now. So you've got two starting pitchers, a reliever. That's a good reliever pick, man. Perdomo and Tatis. Oh man, you're not falling behind on anything. And that Vladdy average is going to allow you to get
Mhm.
back into anything else you feel like you're missing on.
And
So
fingers crossed, Vladdy has 40 homer power come back. That's what I'm hoping for.
yeah, I mean, let's that's the guy you want to play in the minor league park again. That's the
Yeah,
guy
I
you
know.
want
Yeah,
to right like. Um,
absolutely.
but
I've been waiting for it to come in
it's
Toronto. It
not
hasn't yet.
it hasn't come back. Um, let's see, Austin Riley. There's a guy I can't ever decide if that's a good pick or not. I don't.
I can't bring myself to do it this year. I think he is a good pick traditionally. I've loved Austin Riley the last few years, but I just can't I just can't do it. There's just a
Yeah,
lot of good third base options. I really like third base compared to other positions.
man, starting the draft season, people were talking about Pascantini. That's got to be That's got to be early on Pascantini. Um, Early in the draft season, people were getting so nervous about third baseman, and I think people figured out like you can get a third baseman. I think people figured that one out. Um,
Here's my guys I've been locking and loading. Addison Barger, Isaac Paredes, Royce Lewis. I,
nice.
I'm just picking those. I like all of them. Royce, obviously, we all know the story with Royce, but again, if Royce has a healthy season, if it can just come together, one of these years, hopefully it will. Maybe it'll be this year. I want to make sure that I have him.
Oh, I like that. The guy I'm not going to let him get away from me pick. I like that pick.
Hmm.
I think that third baseman bucket that you mentioned. Who do you mention? Buck.
They're all late. All of those guys
Yeah,
are
you said
pick 175. Barger, Paredes, and
Barter's
Royce
Paredes.
Lewis.
There's other guys there too. Like I like Durbin. I
Yeah.
mean,
If you want
like
speed, Durbin's if you want speed and you wait,
yeah. I mean,
Murakami if you want to just gamble on power,
and if you want to get crazy sick with it, take Colt Keith past the 20th round. If you
That's
want to,
pretty sick with it. You're
if you
right. Yeah.
want to like risk it all and think this guy's gonna platoon, but when he platoons, he's gonna lead off. And that's my Colt Keith vibe this year. I mean,
Hey,
I don't know.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I was all in on Colt Keith last year, and I have not drafted him one time this year. So
I got him in the 23rd in my last glad to fill my corner
did
infield.
you? Okay.
Yeah, and I was really just hoping it would happen like that, and it did, and I literally was so stoked that I got him.
See, is it's kind of gross that I would rather just take Zach McKinstry. Like,
Nothing
I
wrong with the
mean,
Tigers, man.
if I'm gonna take a late Tiger for that spot, I'm just gonna take McKinstry and hope for the more steals.
Yeah, I feel you. McKinstry, he
Hmm.
he does have a little more wheels there.
He
So
does.
I should be home at about 45 minutes, maybe. Okay.
He's got to play some
Uh,
basketball, Dad.
I know he's such a patient son. The wintertime is the worst for the kids. You have any kids?
I bet. No, I don't.
Okay. The
That's
wintertime
why
is
I
worse
draft
for
so much.
the wintertime is worse for anybody. Kids are not having to stay indoors, man.
I bet.
So
I
you got a
mean,
big
but you live in. Are you telling me that it's cold there in Sacramento?
yeah, it's cold. I mean, we're used to being warm, so we're not very good with the cold.
Right. Yeah. So what's
Uh,
cold? Like 50?
yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
maybe yeah, it's not really cold, man. I know that. I've traveled. I used to travel for my work, so I've accidentally showed up places without jackets before, and they're like,
Oh,
"Oh, this is a cold weather city." Oh, I'm a stupid Californian. So
oh,
I know,
that's the worst. I'm sure.
yeah, I know what you're saying about getting caught. Here you're coming up here. You're coming up. Let's see who's on the board for you here. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I pushed catcher, and I mean, it's looking like maybe Salvi or Will might come if I do want to take one of them. Um, if I've been really torn on Eugenio Suarez. I love the power. I know he's a batting average risk. That's a given, but I just, with him being a free agent, if he goes back to Seattle, I don't love him as much. And again, like I already mentioned, I like to wait at third. Second is rough. Second I think is one of my least favorite positions to draft late. Um, I only have one outfield though, and I don't
Hmm.
like having outfield fall behind. So I'm going to stick. This is tough because I'll tell you, I want to take Springer, but I'm going to fight the Springer urge, and I'm going to go with Randy Arozarena.
Ooh,
He's
I want to share. I want to share him. I don't have it yet.
Yeah,
Um,
he's just a good player, and he does everything other than batting average. So, and his
it does.
average could be better. He could be. I don't worry about batting average a ton in this. Whenever I have a couple guys that I think will hit 280.
You can actually get batting average back late. As most years you can't. You can
Hmm.
get batting average back late this year.
Yeah,
And I think about a Rosarena. I think it all comes out in the wash with that guy at the end of the year, no matter what. Kenley Jansen just went. That gives me no way. Does that give me my guy? No, I don't have to take Tyler Soderstrom, or should I take Tyler Glass now? I already got Glass now. Bichette, I can't take another Diaz. I want Tyler Soderstrom. That gives me nothing though. I want Tyler Glass now. That's going to give me good innings and strikeouts. Be smarter. Take the arm. Take the arm here, Jay. There's Suarez. That's the power. Get got behind on power. Michael Bush already got first baseman. Altuve, hate the guy. Gonna take Glass now. Hate the Dodgers. Hate the Dodgers by trade. Gonna take Glass now. Nothing but good innings from this guy. What's my nothing but good innings. Not stacking Ks, but good innings. Ratio play. Got him. Got Glass now. Got Glass now.
yep.
Glass now.
There you go. Yep. Again, don't worry about injuries. If he gets 150 innings, you're gonna have great 150 innings. And
That's
in
where I'm at with
Gladiator,
him.
I'll take the great innings regardless of how many they are.
And that's, I mean, and that I guess is that's my gladiator brain speaking right there to me. Take
Hmm.
those good innings, and I'm gonna have
Yep.
something else coming back to me here, and that's all what I always think in the pocket. Going into the pocket, you want to take that pitcher, I guess. There, I'm gonna get some of this coming back to me. What do I need on my team? I'll have it set to your team right now. Oh, I'm drafting to your team's numbers. My bad. Okay, that's better there. Okay, I did not draft Randy Rosenrank. Oh, I need hitter. I need to get off these pitchers. I need to get on some hitters. There's Pena. Okay, here's another. Here's a very. Oh, this is the guy drafting at the turn. He must be eating up this turn. I'm not really super paying attention.
His team is great. I love his team. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it is. Every time I look up, I'm like, dang, he's crushing it. He just got a good pick there. Um, I got to find three guys I would take here. That's my plan here. Find three guys I would take. So I see one. See, here's where I'm like, if this catcher falls to me, do I do what you're saying?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
and I
Yep.
don't, I,
This,
I, I think I can't say. I can't say. I'm not going to do
but
it
this
though.
would be the round that if you're going to, this is the pick. That's the thing.
Yeah, if I'm going to, this is exactly the
Hmm.
pick. Because of where I'm at, it's not going to come all the way down the long slide out to me. He just went Chase Burns. I don't know about
There's
that. That's
there's
just,
my first one I don't love. I mean, don't get me wrong, he could be amazing, but I've kind of been staying away from Chase Burns. The risk with Cincinnati too. I don't know. It's just I could be wrong, but I've been staying away from him.
man. I think I'm going to be in between. Like, dang.
Well,
I mean, I think what you're saying about Eugenio Suarez is actually so accurate. I gotta take him because I don't care. I have him on my teams before. That no, I can't take him. I gotta take Soderstrom. I gotta go out there to West Sac. I gotta take outfielder here. Give me Soderstrom instead. I want
get it.
Soderstrom. I gotta push third baseman. Gotta push third baseman. Okay, okay. I might have given you a guy you wanted there. That's fine though. I think it would be a good pick to take
It's
Eugenio
Salvi
Suarez.
or
What's
or
that?
Eugenio. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Salvi if I did want to go catcher. I had Jose Altuve on my star list, and he just went the pick before me.
Oh, sucks.
Um, And again, I like Eugenio a lot, but what's held me back from picking him is the fact that I like so many third basemen late, so I can just use this draft capital to get another pitcher, um, or another outfielder. At outfield, I'm just not drafting O'Neill Cruz. not this year. I have in the past, not this year. Um, Salvi, I'm leaning Salvi or pitcher. Pitcher wise, man, I don't love any of these. Yeah, I'm gonna go Salvi and get my first catcher here and spend up a little bit to get some power there.
Hey, that's a good
So
pick. That's a good pick. If you're looking for anything out of catcher, you're looking for what Salvi Perez gives you. So,
yeah,
you know, and now you're not behind. People are going to start getting behind on these. There was going to be a couple more. I'm curious as to see where this room puts Yainer Diaz in terms of catcher after that last little run there, because I feel like he's been falling in drafts.
he has.
He has. Okay.
I loved Yiner last year. I still like him at this lower price, but I just don't know. I just don't know what the upside is there with him now. I
Um,
mean, I think it's clear 20 home runs, we can get that, but like, can we get 30? Can we get a good batting average? I just don't
I
know.
mean, the part of me that is thinking you can get a good batting average would love to take him if he comes back to me in the ninth round. And the part of me that wish cast him having a good batting average has already taken him in the eighth round too many times. So I don't know. I think that's a guy that I maybe is going to Jake Burger me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
This guy might Jake
Hmm.
Burger me, and I guess that's the new thing I try to keep in my head. Let me take a look and see.
You got burgered.
You got Burger. So I got you in terms of average. I got you in seventh, and I got me in 10th. So that's good because
Middle of the pack, yeah.
we're ahead of the spots we started drafting at, and we're not out of the 10th round. So that means you're drafting there's Yainer Diaz right there. In my estimation, that means you're drafting a somewhat balanced team to head into the home stretch of the draft for.
Yep.
So
And I'm factoring maybe I got somewhere around 60 steals. What does your sheet say?
let me take a look here for you. You have your team number 11. Your steals are at, man, I show you at 75 stolen bases right now.
75. So see, I was just downgrading it a little in my mind.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, and all my numbers are downgraded too. I don't know what numbers you use to draft. I
use my head. I used to use the last couple of years.
Bro.
The last couple of years, I have done projections. I've done something very similar to you, only my sheet nowhere near as good as yours, because I literally had like projections on a spreadsheet, and then I had an open spreadsheet with like formulas that would be made just for my
Right.
own team, not for everyone's, so I didn't know
Okay.
like live standings. But then I would just copy and paste over the projections into my spot as I would draft. So I used to draft with projections. I draft by they're up here just by my
Right.
gut.
I mean, I was going to ask you. That was one of the questions I thought before we got on the stream. I said, "Well, what ask this guy?" I said, "Man, this guy doesn't even draft from the sheet. This guy can draft out of his head." And it's like I know you have some references or some notes or something, but I mean, yeah. And I think at this point, I can almost draft out of my head for these gladiators, but I will say the introduction of the DC player into the gladiator world is making some of these prices a bit. I don't know. They're a bit wishy-washy. So
When if you had so let me ask you this. Up to this point right now, what have you done DC wise?
none,
None.
none,
Okay. You're
none.
just talking about like DC prices of the past.
Well, I'm talking about how I see the DC prices, and I hear all the rhetoric. Uh, People talking about DCs now. The DC chats are getting filled up, and people are drafting. Uh, when we talked about Edwin Diaz, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about these relievers going back or rising up, that's like a lot of that real movement, that punctuation is gladiator, but where it like levels off, that's DC. And I
Hmm.
see it kind of, I see these DC players kind of, I see not DC players, but people are drafting DCs. And I think they're thinking about them as they draft these gladiators. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Um,
Yeah. Well, that used to be me because the last few years I was doing multiple DCs while I was drafting gladiators, and But this year, no. This year,
No.
I decided I'm not doing any DCs until March, and then I'm going to do 1 or 2 fast drafts. That's all. I'm capping myself at that.
Yeah,
Before,
I
I
don't
mean,
want.
it's so easy to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 150 slows during the course of
Right.
months of the
Right.
winter, and then it's hard to keep track of all that for me.
Right. You can get yourself drafting those 150 slows for a good time, and then all of a sudden you got to maintain that for the whole year. Man, you don't like that. That can be a little bit of a headache. I haven't gotten that far into it, but I've seen that. I've seen that window out there, you know. But yeah, I think in terms of drafting DCs, I want to stay focused on this Gladiator first. I want to
Yep.
stay here in the Gladiator. I want to understand uh, the Gladiator, and I guess why I'm seeing is because I draft to the vibe of the room, and so maybe I'm feeling that vibe a little bit. You're coming up here before too long.
I sure am. I know I already have someone in my queue that I know that I want, but I'm not going to say it out loud
Don't
just in
do it.
case.
Don't do
But
it.
uh, but yeah, no. So as far as like DCs. The other thing with DCs is whenever you can, have such a deep bench, you think completely different about how, with these, the fact that like this guy is in my starting lineup all year, it forces you to change your mindset. Um, and I think that's why you'll see movement happen quicker in these is because like let me use last year as an example. Last year, when the Devin Williams thing went down,
Mm,
Trevor Megill, he had been going like round 17, 18, 19, 20.
I
And then
remember this.
all of a sudden, Tyler Megill, fifth round, Trevor Megill, fifth round,
Eighth
fourth, fifth
round,
round.
sixth round, the
Yeah.
very next day. And
Yeah.
you know what's
Just,
funny about that? I had gotten him like the day before in one of those slow DCs, and I had just been like, I'm a spec here because it's not settled down. I don't think your rebate's coming up this year or whatever my
mhm.
thinking was at the time. And I got that, but that's the values but you're not, but that's not the same way you're thinking in the Gladiator. That's a different kind of thinking to get to that pick. Anyway, so
Yeah,
interesting the differences in the leagues. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
So well, I hope you get your pick coming up here. I'm kind of
Hey,
at a loss for what I'm going to do.
it's a maybe a reach, but I've been in these and I know he goes in round 10 and I don't want to try to swing it around and let someone on this on the turn take him from me, so I'm going to kind of jump a little early if I can here, and I can. So this could be terrible. I also think there's a chance that it could be incredible, and Daniel Palencia.
Oh man, okay, that
He's
is a guy. That is a
he's
guy.
a good arm, really good arm. That gives me a closer too. Um, and that's the second or third time. I don't have him a lot in Gladiators, but that's my second or third share. But I thought that was a good spot.
I guess if I would have checked the ADP on that and he had fallen to me, I would have 100% drafted him. That's one of the guys that I would talk about. Hey, I'll take you if you fall to me there. One of those relievers. I'm on right now. Let me see. I think I do. I gotta do it. No way. Somebody took my guy there. Dang it. Man, I don't like this pick, but I do like this pick. Man, this is like right on ADP. Gosh, how many outfielders do I have? No, I only have one outfielder. I must take outfielder here. I must allow myself. Where's my hitting? Where's my banging? Okay, my banging's not that bad. That means I can take Chandler Simpson. Give me Chandler Simpson. Give me that guy. I don't know about that pick, but I need an outfielder there, and I'm going to play him. We'll see.
I'm Hey, Chandler Simpson might be a phenomenal pick. Because here's
I
the thing, a lot of people talk about him as a one category player, but I'm said he's not if things go right. He's multi categories. He's 3 out of 5 that he's good
this
at.
this is what I'm
So
talking about. I like that idea.
yeah, like yeah, granted, he craters your other two, sure, but looking at your team, you have power. Like
I got a little power. I checked down, and at that time, I was ranked seventh in power. And I know I got to take outfielders coming up. Hopefully, that will make it so I can take some power there. I don't got to take the mid infielders, what would drop my power. Sheehan, Stowers. Okay. Man. I don't want to do this. What round are we in here? This is the
We
10th
are we
round?
are in 10. We are in
Oh,
10.
give me my 10th round outfielder. Wait, where am I at? What pick am I on right here? Joe
You
Adell.
are on pick
I'm gonna make a reach. Let's go. Give me Joe Adell.
oh, that
Boom.
ain't a reach at all.
Give me that. That's
That
my 10th round out.
actually
That helps
that's
me with Chandler Simpson. I've already
I
paired
was
him with
just
Chandler
about to
Simpson.
say the pair of Simpson and Adele together is very nice. Odell, great power bat. And, fine batting average. What's he, 240?
I think I think he might have at the end of the season. I think he might have woke up a little. I know you're on the clock here in a minute, bro.
Yep,
There you go,
I
King.
I am. Okay. All right. So at second base, again, position that I told you I don't like. Um, there's two people that I like just fine here, Keachel and Rafaela. But I don't love either of them, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and push that. I'm going to go ahead and push third, at least another go around. I'm going to go outfield 3 or my next starting pitcher. At starting pitcher, I like Trey Savage, Shane Bieber. I already have Dylan Cease. I can have multiple Blue Jays. That's fine. Um, Brandon Nimmo, Jacob Marcy. They're both really good picks, in my opinion. I'm going to go with the upside here. I'm going to go Jacob Marcy. I've been in on him. I took him into the very first Gladiator I did
I
back. I think it was November 5th or something like that.
Man, these 10th round outfielders are going to pay. Every single one that's been taken in the 10th round here. That was a great Jacob Marcy pick. I've been trying to get to him. I don't know if I would have reached for him there. That's a great pick there, man. And here's Taylor Ward. That's the other guy we were talking about out there in
Hmm.
Baltimore. He's going to benefit from the recent news. So I think 10th round. I think now if you're looking at an outfielder now and you're behind on outfielders and you're not picking outfielders, you're making yourself lose.
100%. This is a great, like when we look at the outfield board right now, the people available, great names. I mean, your boy, Larry Butler, he's still there.
He's still there.
Um, So, and I mean, I was all over Dylan Cruz last year. He burned me. I've not drafted him a ton yet, but I'm not out by any means. I still think Dylan Cruz could be great. Doyle, this is a fine fall. Quan, not my cup of tea, but he's all right. But then you hit some guys that I really like: Ian
He's
Happ, Jerkson Profar, Sal Frelick.
Sal Frelick.
I really like Sal Frelick. I really liked him last year. There's later
And
outfields that I like a lot. So
I
yeah.
got, and I mean, and even those old guys who were in there, if they fall to you, you got to look twice at taking Brian Reynolds and Mike Trout. I mean, if your team build is right, I heard a lot of people talking about Brian Reynolds is going to be a good pick there if you can get him in. I'm not sure where he's going, the 12th or the 13th round. I haven't done
It's
it
a
yet.
fall. I have
It's
not. Here's why. I'm just traditionally not huge on Brian Reynolds. He's fine. If it's points, I actually would like him a little more in points
okay.
where he could have a higher batting average. But in this, I mean,
Hmm.
what's his home run limit? I mean, I've watched Brian Reynolds for 6, 7 years now. I think the most that you're going to get from him, the most, is 23, 24.
Yeah.
Is he going to get you 20 steals? No. What are you going to get from steals? Maybe 8 to 14. It's just he's just not a sexy enough player for me to click his name.
You're right at that point, and that's I guess how I feel about Trout too. What are you going to get from him? You're going to
Well,
get
but Trout,
35.
that's the thing. You with Trout, you could get 35 or 45 homers. All he has to do is be healthy. The homers
Well,
can absolutely be there. You're
that's
not
where
getting
I'm
that
like,
from Brian Reynolds.
ooh, these are tough decisions in the Gladiator. Do you take bird in the hand, two in the bush there? But me, I'm trying to stay away from those guys. There's those two second basemen you mentioned that I got to tell you. You
Hmm.
mentioned Keishel and Rafaela, and I was on Rafaela earlier, but I'm off of him now. I don't know why. I don't think he's going to. I don't think the pop is going to play like people think it's going to play. I think that's going to be some little
Yeah,
hollowness there.
I think to me he's just one of those players. It's like he's fine. I don't really want someone who's just fine in Gladiator.
Right.
I really want someone who's going to really kind of stand out to me. Um, and the fine guys, I'll take them later. Right?
And so I guess I'm hearing that that's like the whole strategy. You're reinforcing what I think everybody comes to in this is like get value, piece it together.
Yep.
So I guess that's why you don't reach for those guys that you don't feel like are value.
Exactly. And especially someone like me, I'm doing a bunch of drafts, right? I'm drafting all the time. So if I reached, if I drafted where I just was like, these are the people that I like, these are what, like, no, like you got to just adjust as the draft goes with the draft
Exactly.
room, try to fill your team. At least this is my thought. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy sitting here playing, trying to learn as we go. But
Right.
I want all of the categories that I can get anywhere that I can get it. And yeah, value. Just let value come. Again, you mentioned Mike Trout. Let me use this as an example with the Mike Trout Brian Reynolds thing. You look at their ADPs.
Trout's ADP 45.
Yeah, if you look at their ADPs, why take them when you can wait later? In my opinion, if you can wait later and get Dalton Varsho, Kerry Carpenter, Jack Caglione, if you want Mike Trout, why not wait and get Jack Caglione or Dalton Varsho? You see what I'm saying? Like that's because you can get them later, so then you
And
can
those
use
are the
that
same.
earlier pick to
And
fill
like
in another position.
you're right about that, especially with the call out of there's Mizrowski, especially with the call out of Dalton Varsho. Isn't that like kind of the same player?
I'm
Uh,
drafting Dalton Varsho everywhere on underdog right now, which is points best ball. He's like my sixth outfielder on almost every draft if I can.
yeah, he's. I haven't gotten to him yet. I think I might have like accidentally passed on him a couple of times and made some mistakes there where I didn't take him. You're coming up here before too long here, man.
It's to me, it's just a power. If you want to wait and you need power, that's there's not hardly anyone down
No,
there other than maybe Kerry Carpenter or Caglione, like I said, maybe Santander who can hit 35 to
I'm
40
not a
homers.
Santander believer.
Well, why would you be after last year? But he still could if he's healthy. I mean,
Here you
Santander,
go, brother.
he could hit 35 again. I'm not betting on it, but he could.
Here you go.
All right.
You're on the clock, my friend.
And
Let's get
I am going right. So I mentioned his name the last time. He fell all the way back around. I'm going to grab Trey Savage. I'll go
oh,
with another Blue Jay.
good pick. Man, and there was Xavier Edwards, who I would have loved to put on my team, went right in front of him.
Here's my opinion. If I had Chandler Simpson already, there's no way I would draft Xavier Edwards. This is just my
No,
opinion.
you're right. You're right.
I
I would have came to that. You're
I
exactly right.
don't yeah, I don't think
You're
you can
exactly
have the
right.
two of them together on the same team. That's too much of a dip in power.
Oh, I see my guys here anyway. Oh, let's go. Let's go to the bank right now. We're gonna take Luis Castillo. Give me that guy. Boom. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
a solid pick.
It's a solid pick there. I'm looking to make solid picks. I'm looking to stack innings. I'm looking to stack strikeouts. I like an old fat man pitcher. I'm not saying he's fat. I'm not saying he's fat, but I was a
He's
huge
big boned.
Hey, I'm a Levon Hernandez guy through and through. Give me Levon Hernandez all day. He was the best fielder in the league. How many Gold Gloves did he win?
Levon Hernandez?
Levon Hernandez, man. Let's go.
Let's find out.
He
I don't
won a
know.
lot of Gold Gloves. I'm pretty sure he did. Or Silver Sluggers.
We're about to find out, my friend. Let's see.
Are you a Levon guy? Who's your pitcher? Who's your pitcher from your early adulthood?
Early. So I liked his cousin a lot. I was a big El Duque fan.
There you go.
So, but I back in the day, I mean, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I mean, I started watching baseball in '96. I was 13, and from that point on, I've watched it every year. All like I've been in love with it. So
Nice.
I really was into the early A's of the 2000s. I have a Barry Zito jersey. Mark Mulder was my guy who ended up going to the Cardinals. I mean, yeah, those were some fun teams.
Yeah,
I
those guys, those Zito and Molders, I made it to more. I made it to. They used to have a $2 hot dog night out there during those years. and we would drive down there, my cousins and me and my brother, and we would see games at the actual Coliseum. And
Yeah, I'm
man,
jealous. I would have loved to have gone there personally. That looked like such a fun place, like just the environment. I mean, I know I like whenever there's not hardly anyone there and the people pounding the drums and yeah, that would have been fun.
it was fun, man. It was real fun. We were Giants fans, so they'd always tell us, "Get out of here." I mean, we're A's fans too, but Giants fans. They tell us, "Get out of here. It don't mean a thing if you don't get a ring." Oh, do I go Ranger Suarez or Bubba Chandler here? I'm stacking arms. Who's reading me stacking arms? Ranger. I don't have no Bubba. I'm gonna go Bubba. Do I go upside? Am I getting crazy with this team? Where's my
I'll
outfit?
say you do you, and then I'll tell you my opinion once you pick.
Dude, I think I got too much Ranger. I believe he's a free agent as well.
He
Bubba's
is
on a
still a free
bad
agent.
team. I'm gonna take Bubba on a good pitcher, bad team. Yes, Bubba Chandler. Give me a
Yeah.
share.
So here would have been my answer. It would have been Bubba Chandler because you just took Luis Castillo. You just went
Mm,
safe
you're right.
with a veteran guy like him. If
You're
you would
right.
have gone Castillo and Suarez back to back, yeah, don't get me wrong, that could have worked. I'm not saying it couldn't work. It absolutely could. But I would rather have Bubba Chandler, who I
Yeah.
think could give me better ratios and maybe see, we're assuming the Pirates are going to be terrible again. What if
Hey,
they're just a little bit better and they win a few more games and these guys like Paul Skeens and Bubba Chandler don't have 8 wins? What if they have 13 wins? That's a
what if
big
O'Neill?
difference.
What if O'Neill Cruz didn't strike out quite as much? Played a little bit better, and they signed Polanco. Brian Reynolds hits a decent batting average. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Bubba Chandler will get more wins. What if they figure out their closer situation? And I like what you said. I need to. I that's a good inside. Oh, you're on the clock. Sorry, go brother.
Yeah. This is a tough one for me, I'll tell you. I'm really struggling here because I really just want to dip right back into pitcher. But there's a lot of hitters that I'm very intrigued by right here, including that third base range I was talking about.
Mm,
Uh, this one's tough for me.
mm.
I'm going to go Matt Shaw.
Ooh, that is a
It it may not be great, but I want to get a little bit of speed there, and then I can go with a power guy at my corner, and kind of think about pairing like Shaw with because I still think there's maybe a level. I liked what I saw of Shaw the last 2 months.
I
I
think
think
there's
there's a
another
level
level to
there
Shaw too.
we've not seen.
I think there's a level to Shaw too. I have some shares. I think there's another level to Shaw. I don't mind taking. I think that pick has a lot of really good upside there.
There was a lot of pitchers that I liked there that I could have taken. The easiest one, I could have just taken Wheeler and gambled on Wheeler coming in May and being good for the next several months. Um, but I've already got like 2 or 3 Zach Wheeler shares, and I don't want very much Zach Wheeler shares.
I have
Um,
one. I gambled on the
so
in the first glad I was in where he fell to a ridiculous amount. I said I'm going to do it, and I did it.
yeah,
Um,
it's not a ridiculous fall here, is it? Like he's got to fall to me. I think at least to the minimum to the next go around, if not maybe the 15 before I really feel like okay, I got to take him now.
I think with that, I finally took him because I saw the room hating him. And I said, man, how much are you guys gonna hate this guy? And then a guy's gonna get nervous. Not nervous. The guy's gonna go right before you, and I took him. And
Yeah,
I mean, I think he was the fifth pitcher I took. Um, and because as you can tell, I'm. Earlier, you kind of asked me, what are you gonna do? And uh,
push closer is the answer.
yeah, push closer was the answer, but I didn't want to tell you my real plan, which is just lean heavy mid plus pitcher.
hmm
Which is my plan all year. Set it all around everywhere. Just get those mid plus guys in the pitch in terms of pitchers. Build your team off that. Uh,
So
that's what.
you want to know why I'm not doing that this year?
How come?
Because I did that exact thing last year and it blew up in my face terribly.
Oh, Bro, I knew I was a year behind you.
Yes, I literally did the exact same thing last year. You know who I had everywhere on like almost every gladiator? Justin Martinez, AJ Puck, Michael Kopech. Oh gosh, I could pull up the list. Those were the big three that pop out in my head. They were some of my highest drafted guys. I was thinking, oh, this is such a smart thing. They're going to have a lot of Ks, good ratios. You
Right?
know, they may not get a ton of saves, but they should still have at least a dozen to maybe 15, you know, and thinking, oh, I can wait and get these. It blew up. It blew up. So the teams, the few teams that did well were the teams that I didn't do that, and I spent up at closer, or I got Carlos Estevez. You know,
Right. Or you get that
so
guy. I mean,
that's why I'm spending up a little more this year. I'm trying, and I'm mixing up who I get relief pitcher wise, but I'm trying to get guys that I'm trying to not do this exact thing. Now, I have
that
been
Palencia, I
taking,
gotta say that Palencia pick was probably gonna do you really well. Everything you
I
just said, that whole
fingers crossed.
philosophy, that whole philosophy is just really borne out by you picking Palacia there, everything you just said. So you're doing what you're thinking about doing, man.
You know, I'm interested if you've taken this guy yet. One of my big ones this year from that, when I do wait and get a guy at the end that I hope can get maybe saves, depending on the situation. Jeremiah Estrada, have you been jumping
I
in on
have
him at all?
no Estrada.
No Estrada? I mean,
No
Mason
Estrada.
Miller is incredible. I get it. But there's several situations. The Padres are idiots, first off, like their ownership group. So, like, what if they trade him? What if they still pull some stupid thing of
If
trying to move him to a starter? Or what if they just don't want to use him every single day? You know, these are the things that I'm thinking.
we were talking handcuffs, right? If I got Mason Miller, I'm jumping to get Jeremiah Estrada around early, and I'm making sure nobody secures him. And I'm
But if
saying
you don't have Mason Miller, you're not jumping
I
in
don't
on
care about
Estrada.
him. I don't care
Yep,
about him at all because he's
got it.
not at that round at there. I mean that's like I guess the one thing I try to stay away from is betting on an injury because I'm by nature playing the gladiator betting on no injuries. So Mason Miller getting traded, that would be him cleared out all the way. But I mean, they just moved him. He, he they're not going to move him.
They shouldn't. They
They
shouldn't. They'd
shouldn't.
be idiots if they do. They'd be absolute idiots. But they could because they are absolute idiots in San
That's the part
Diego.
where you're like, well, wait a minute.
I heard this was just from some I don't remember. It was a YouTube video I watched the other day. I forget which channel, but they were talking about the Mets some maybe moving Frankie Lindor
Oh my god.
because of him having beef with Jeff McNeil for the last several years, and then apparently him and Soto had some beef last year. And this is what again, this is a YouTube video. I don't know, whatever. This is just I just saw this the other day, and they were throwing out and talking about how that if they do, you know, that they could trade. Lindor has apparently come out and said that he wants to play with Machado and with Tatis.
Oh
So they're like, well, they what if they traded Bogarts and Mason Miller and
yeah.
whatever, you
Who
know what I mean?
they're talking about who
Then
would have to be the pieces in that deal, and Mason Miller would be one of them. Would
right.
have to be one of them. Yeah.
So again, it probably won't happen. I'm just thoughts that have gone through my head.
You know what? Those are all the things where you're trying to find. I always say find a reason to take a guy. You're coming up here, brother. Find a reason to take a guy. That's a reason to take a guy. I think this might happen. The Padres are stupid.
They are. They are. There's a lot. The Cardinals, my favorite team, they're the biggest dummies around. So,
Well, we'll see how Buster Posey does for us.
oh man.
We will.
Okay. So we were just talking about the Trout Reynolds thing. I have that decision right now. I'm not doing it. Um, Bryson Stott's a good second base pick here, and I don't have a second baseman. I'm doing it. That's the
That's a
last second baseman that I like a decent amount.
that's a great pick right there. Man, I love that.
Yeah, he just does it all. Like, you know, and hopefully we've not seen his best. We may have, but hopefully not.
I'm gonna make a pick that you're gonna be like, that's a crazy pick. Maybe I'm not gonna have to make that pick. You took Stott. I'm not gonna take McLean. Boy. Tovar or Burleson? Tovar or Burleson? Tovar closes me later on. Burleson keeps me open. It's going to have a better batting average. Right along the middle on every other category. Man, do I take Alex Burleson? Let me see what I got him at in another draft here.
You have three outfielders right now. One of them is Soderstrom. You could move
Yeah,
Burleson or Soderstrom to corner and have two
yeah,
options to move,
I
or have
know.
four outfield already. So yeah, you got options if you
I
do
think
that.
I think I'm going to take Alex Burleson because it gives me the options and man, did I just take some guys that aren't very good looking, but I just took them like Luis Castillo and Alex Burleson. We'll see how that works out for me. I took some upside players. Man, I take so much Alex Burleson. Jesus.
I watch it. I watch the Cardinals all the time. Like I said, they're my favorite team. Burleson is a really good real life player. He really is. Like he's a solid guy. He's gonna. Well, I say he's going to be. All the talk is that he will be traded because the Cardinals are trying to unload all these pieces right now. And Burleson is one that they're talking about trading. So if they do, who knows where he'll go? I
There's
like
Byron.
him though. It's a good. I think Burleson is a good solid pick. Would I have done it? No. Here's why.
No,
I would have waited on Sal Stewart or Manzardo and gone with the hopefully more power. But Burleson should have a much superior batting average to those guys.
I'm
So
I'm playing for
you've
average
got
this
that.
year. I'm
Yeah,
playing.
you got the batting average.
And that's when I decided to like because there's some other power guys there that I might get back to right here. Uh, but yeah, I like the batting average. There's Edward Cabrera right there. Cicchini with that guy with that right there. Ed Cab. Boy, boy, oh boy. Because I can play both those guys in the outfield. I could be done with that. I know what I'm going to go for. Where I'm going to go next. Pretty sure. Oh, there's your guy coming up. I see your guy. Let's see. Man, he wouldn't make it back to me. He would not make it back to me. There's that guy. He's a reclamation project. Matt McLean. I'm kind of out on Matt McLean. There's some
Yeah, I'm
power.
kind of out on Matt McLean.
There's some Kerry Carpenter. I'm already got too much Carpenter. There's some Torkelson. I don't need that power that much. I think I'm gonna try to take a balanced player if I can. A player that I don't have any of that I would like to take. Oh man, that will do that. Gosh. I've got 6 pitchers, so I've got to get hitters. I've got 5 pitchers, so I've got to get hitters. Man, I could
I
take
was about to say, I was going to correct you with the 5. I'm looking at your team right now.
Man, I go Kovar or I go Cade Horton. Tovar or Cade Horton. I think I like Cade Horton.
It's a good choice between the two.
It's a tough one, but I think I'm going to have to lean arm here because MI is fat later, and I don't need shortstop because I have shortstop. If I needed shortstop, I probably would go the other way. But I'm going to go for my 6th arm.
Yep.
That's probably now you see what I'm doing when I said I'm going to go all mid arms and just lean on that. I think that's kind of now I feel like maybe I can get back what I lost.
Yep.
Not what I've lost, but like you discussed earlier, Spencer, you said you got to get the value when you can, and that's part of the hard thing. You got to identify what's of value to your team there. And I mean, I'm trying to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got a friend who's a Cubs fan, and he just keeps gassing me on Cade Horton. So I mean, that was for you, Ben, homie Ben. Keep telling me how that's the dude. You're going to go back and watch him in the yard. So, all right.
Hey, I also like Cade Horton. So now, do I like him more than Shoto Amanaga? Maybe. It's close. I mean, I don't really know what to think of Amanaga, to be honest with you right now. Like I was really into him 2 years ago in his rookie year. I really liked watching him pitch. And then last year was all right. He still had a great whip. That's something that's easy
That's the
to
thing.
point out. I mean,
I asked my Cubs homie about it, and I said, "What's up with Amanaga?" He says, "Cubs don't like him." This is all just hearsay from a dude. He said, "Cubs don't like him. I think there's something mechanical. Look for a down season." I said, "Oh, okay." I mean, I haven't looked into this. I'm sharing with you a little water cooler knowledge this Cubs fan dropped me. So
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know. I love it. I'm
in
I'm doing the exact same thing you did, but from a different angle. But I'm doing the same thing, Boobich.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So exact same thing as Kate Horton as far as like hopefully just good ratios, even if it's not a ton of innings.
Um, that Bubich is like, he's a guy who could be more than that. Um, man, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with that one instead. Here's where I'm like, look at these guys coming up. Man, Finnegan. What do you think about that Finnegan pick right there?
Yeah. So I personally I think that's a good pick. I have not been on him, and honestly, I forgot about him. I
He's
didn't even star him. Like I have two relievers starred right now. I
dude.
didn't even star Finnegan. I forgot. I haven't. He's not been on my draft radar, but he should be now because I do think that he's going to end up getting the majority of the saves. Even though I think Will Vest is actually a good pitcher. Like I like Will Vest. I enjoyed watching him. But I mean, when Finnegan was there in the last month, 2 months, whatever it was, Finnegan got hurt. But I'm in a couple daily leagues with buddies of mine, and one of them is a daily points, and you only are allowed 11 starters on any given week, so you can't
Okay.
stream starters, but there's no innings limit, so you can stream relievers. So I stream relievers a good amount in that, and then I stick with them if they stick. I had stuck with Finnegan, and I had Vest, drop Vest, pick up Finnegan, and I had stuck with Finnegan because he was getting the majority of the saves, and then he got
Okay.
hurt, and it flipped back,
It did
and
flip back.
but it was because Finnegan got hurt.
Okay.
This is based off of my memory. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Um, so I think that they're going to start Finnegan, and it would be
Okay.
Finnegan's job to lose to Vest. That's my gut.
So is this guy trying to take Will Vest then?
I don't know because I don't know how often people actually want to handcuff. If you do want to handcuff, I think they're a great pair to put together personally.
Yeah. See, that's what I actually, that's an oversight on my part. The Kyle Finnegan, man. I should have started him up because that's a prime. Where did he go there? I'm showing him on my value scale that shows pick value here. I'm showing him as a 114. That puts him 14% better than a value pick there. So that was probably a really good pick there.
Yeah,
And if he
and
could pick,
if I could go back, I probably would have done it instead of Stott and tried to push Stott for the go around. Because I still need, in my opinion, a third reliever. Now, my third reliever could be Abreu and just go with the Abreu hater thing. Um, but there's not really many guys left here that I think are for sure going to get saves. I don't know that there's hardly any.
yeah, now we're into like I hope I built the rest of my team right because I'm taking a .5 in that category. But you might not though. You can go two
Y-
routes right here.
y-
You can go a couple of sure handcuffs who you know are going to ticky tack in a handful of saves, or some guys you maybe get injured, or you could go like who's going to get the roll. Those flipping roll guys, man. How many? Let me speculate. Let me tell you how many relief pitchers have been taken so far.
Okay, well, yeah, let's hear it.
So 24 have been taken. So that means I'm the only there's 14 doesn't have a relief pitcher and one doesn't have a relief pitcher either. So I think people are there'll be 30. My guess is there'll be 37 relievers taken. So I'm guessing another 13 relievers will be taken. So that's the way I'm gauging. There goes Will Vest right there. Somebody was thinking about Detroit right there. They saw that Finnegan.
This guy at Team 5, he's in our group chat with Bubba and the Bloom on the Discord, and I like what he's done with waiting at reliever. Anderson, you've done good, man. I like the Walker Jax Vest. I actually thought about Jax instead of Bubik, and I thought maybe Jax could get pushed around. It didn't happen. But yeah, no, I like what you've done there waiting.
I like Griffin Jacks. I just don't know how to pick him. I
I
just
know,
don't
like,
know. I don't
yeah.
know what my team will look like when I pick him because then that makes me invest. and other relievers later.
You
So
say USADA, right? Would you pair the two together?
yeah, I mean, I almost when I'm in that round and I'm looking for, I almost gotta. If I'm not looking just pure spec closer, which I mean, it looks like I'm doing in this draft now, which I kind of totally don't even mind. Um, then I got to look for that mid handcuff. That is and I just can't give up that much for Griffin Jacks, though. Although, didn't he not have a good year last year?
No, he didn't. He didn't. It's just all about that. What if he is the closer? Because here's the thing, he didn't have a good year from a regular category when you look at like his ERA and whip, right? But if
Right.
you go pull up him on Baseball Savant, he's got great metrics. So
Okay.
he actually had a lot of good stuff. He had great strikeout numbers. I do know that from I make spreadsheets on players
You're
on
on, bro. You're on. You're on.
everyone.
You're picking, bro. You're picking. Sorry, man. I
Yeah,
keep interrupting you. I apologize.
you are completely good. I'm fully aware.
Okay. Okay.
And
You're a pro.
this is
Old hat.
where I am again. I'm so torn on if I want to go to one of my corner or middle spots to lock up because there's a few people that I like here. We've mentioned some of the names already. And then at outfield, I think I need a little bit more speed. I'm going to go Jordan Beck.
Ooh.
And it's just one of those, again, power speed.
He,
Maybe he's a 2020 guy. I kind of have that's what my whole outfield is. Tatis, Rosarena, Marcy, and Beck is hopefully guys that'll be 2020 or more.
I like that pick a lot. I'm big on Jordan Beck. I'm really big. That is a good pick. I had him for I traded for him at whatever that hot part of his year was last year. And he was looking like a 40-40 guy for a couple of weeks. I know that's bad extrapolation there, right?
He
But
had
he
that
had
three
some.
homer game. He had a 3 homer game and was like, I picked him up and I was like, oh, Jordan Beck. And then he like died off for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, something happened with him, but he was real flashy there for a minute. And I was like, oh gosh, I was happy to have him. But I think I did move off him towards the end of the year in that daily league. But
He's young.
just got me on Tovar.
Oh,
Just got me on Tovar.
Kirby knew. He knew.
Dude, man, now I'm tilted. Now I'm tilted.
Oh, dang it. That
Oh,
sucks.
bro.
If you want middle infield, there's, in my opinion, there's still maybe even a better one there that's going to give you maybe better numbers than what Tovar would have.
You can't go Xander. You're not talking about Xander.
No, I'm not talking about Xander.
I got to go this guy. This is a crazy pick. I'm going this guy. Reclamation Project. San Diego Padre. Ramon Laureano.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good pick. Yeah.
I'm doing that. I just know now I'm secured at no, I can't pick outfielder. That's fine. Okay. Man, you guys just got all my good picks.
So
you see that?
I almost hesitate to even say out loud what I was gonna tell you because I don't know when he'll go, but I'm just gonna do it because this is the name that I mean, like I said, I'm in almost every one of these fast drafts. The last week and a half, he's been going in like the 12th and 13th round. Connor Griffin just taking the gamble. Again, we were talking about the Pirates. And if you're, like I said, if you're going to go Tovar, I mean, Connor Griffin could easily be better than Tovar. Easily. All it takes is just him playing. That's it. If he plays, he's going to be. So
that's true.
It's just a gamble if you feel comfortable in Gladiator with taking a guy that may not even come up at all.
I mean, that's kind of what I kind of steer away from that every time. If I feel like I gotta make a move here, this is a crazy move I gotta make coming up. There's Otto Lopez. To be honest with you, everything you said is correct, but that last part is so correct that he is on my don't draft list. Not my real don't draft list, but he would.
In Gladiator.
Yeah, it would have to be an extreme situation. just because there's other value there that you know you're not going to. And look where he's going. You can maybe target something else there. Oh, man, I
And
hope I get.
I know, but the way I like to think too is what? Scared money don't make money.
Dude, that's so
And
true, man.
and if you have someone like that who can be the literal game changer that comes up in May, the Nick Kurtz, but he's the speed version of Nick Kurtz. You know what
You're
I
right.
mean? 20 homers and 50 steals that he could do. What if he's Ellie De La Cruz? You know you know what I'm saying? So like that's why I think that Connor Griffin is worth taking a gamble. If you're doing 10 gladiators, maybe try to find one of those that you can fit him in at a middle. You
There
know,
goes the
I-
RP I was going to take.
you were gonna
Whoa.
take, huh? You would have sniped him from me. I should have just done it the last time. Oh well.
Damn. I got to go this Caleb Durbin. Dang. Oh, these are tough rounds, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Tough rounds here. Okay, I'm securing my future, though. That Brian Abreu tilting. You were going to get him, I'm sure. Oh,
I
you're on the
should have
button.
done it. I should have done it with the last pick instead of Jordan Beck, and I should have just pushed Jordan Beck. It is what it is. I didn't learn last time with the taking Stott instead of Finnegan. I did it again. Went hitter first instead of pitcher first. Oh well,
Oh,
live and
man.
learn.
I guess that's
Um,
into the pocket. Take the picture. I guess that's the rule.
I
Oh,
think, yeah, I know who I'm taking. Yeah, yeah,
there are,
I
there
know who
are.
I'm taking.
Oh, there's your guy right there. He just went.
He sure did. He's out of my queue now. All right, I thought I knew who I was taking. um, I just clicked on utility and now I'm second guessing because a guy who I love is there at the top of utility. But I like leaving utility open to the end. That's kind of my favorite way to draft is to leave it open. And then if I want
Yeah.
a utility in the last round, I could go Bryce Eldridge or Ozuna. Otherwise, I can just go any other hitter. But man, I love Ivan Herrera. I'm a
Oh,
big Ivan Herrera fan, and I can't pass it up. I was going to go catcher two. I was going to knock out my catcher two there. I'm
that's a
going
good pick,
Herrera
man.
instead.
Ivan Herrera, good pick. Son, I got your food in right now.
Hey, Jason,
Yeah, sir.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm in and out too, man. I apologize. Got to get this kid some food. Noah Cameron was just picked. Carlos Rodon. Spencer Steer. Coming back around. Let's see. Where's put my team at? So let's see. Let's put up this right here. All right, so this is the standings. Current standings. Let's put this at 150 size. Boom. Current standings there. Showing. Oh man, I'm in fourth, and you are in second right now, brother. Got you in second. Nice drafting. Nice drafting. This is my sheet right here. Continue to work it. Spencer Steer. Let's see. JT Realmuto. J period T period Realmuto. Tyler Stevenson. Tyler Stevenson is a good pick there. Oh man, that's the kind of catcher I could have gotten back to in my picking there. Mackenzie Gore. Man, got a lot of Mackenzie Gore. Can't hate on a Mackenzie Gore. That's a guy you can There's strikeouts there. 180 strikeouts in Mackenzie Gore.
All right, I'm back. Mackenzie Gore. I loved Mackenzie Gore last year. I drafted him.
Gore pick. I love it.
I drafted him everywhere last year.
I love that Mackenzie Gore pick.
Fish just took McLean.
Aaron Nola. Oh, Fish took McLean. Okay. Hey, Matt McLean. I don't like hurt wrists. I can't do a hurt wrist.
I just chose to stay away this year from him. That could be wrong. See, Fish. I think Fish thinks a lot like me with that whole Connor Griffin mindset of like, you know what? Sometimes you may make the wrong pick, but Fish is in almost every fast draft like me, and I think it's shooting for the upside there is what he's thinking. And he just did that with Dominguez the round before. He's got a damn good offense too. It's really good.
Shooting for the upside is what you're doing by drafting Matt McLean. I think wherever you draft him, I just see him as too much. Oh, there's that Polanco. Man, Polanco is rising right now.
He'll sign soon.
I have some shares of him already, and I'm excited about where he would sign. Where do you think he's going to go? Who needs him?
I think he's going back to Seattle. I mean, I'd be surprised if he doesn't, to be honest. I mean, I guess they don't have to because of Cole Young and Colt Emerson, but I think he'd be really good just going back to Seattle on a 2 or 3 year deal.
I don't think either party involved in that would mind that at all. Oh, by the way, I had you in second, and I had myself in fourth at the turn there.
Okay, nice.
Just to let you know. On the next long go out, I'll put that screen back up.
All right.
Sal Stewart. There's the guy you're talking about. Sal Stewart.
I bet Brock took him. Nope. Fish did.
Okay.
He went back-to-back Reds.
Is that a thing that you're wary of? Doubling up too many hitters on a team, or?
Yeah, if it's too many, but not 2 or 3. I think 2 or 3 is fine. I actually kind of like it if that really hits for that team. But if you're talking about like 5 or 6 hitters from the same team, yeah, I think that's too much.
Oh, no, that's
4 maybe pushing it, but I think the 2-3 range is fine.
I'm kind of reticent to even go with the third one. I guess I'll let that be my deciding
tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker in the end. But I guess it depends on which ones they are. Here you go. Coming up to you here in a second, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at pitcher right now. I still need corner, catcher 2, middle. Let me look at catcher 2. All right. There's someone here that I like. Corner and middle. There's still so many corner and middle guys that I can take in the next upcoming rounds. I still need outfield 5, but I need 3 more pitchers. So I'm going to learn from my previous mistake and go with a pitcher first here instead of second. But we're at this range with pitcher where for me, I am fighting every draft. I am fighting not taking McClanahan because I don't want to overdraft McClanahan, and I have him 3 or 4 times.
Right.
But
it could be.
I'm looking at these names, and again, if you just I'm going to do it right now, real quick, just to make sure. So Shane McClanahan, 2026 injury status. What Google says is he should be back. Let me see. As late is expected to be good to go for spring training. So, but obviously there's going to be a lot. I mean, he hasn't pitched for 2 seasons. 2 years he's not pitched. I'm going to do something a little different than what I have done. I don't have this guy. I'm going to save McClanahan, and I'm going to go Casey Mize.
Love that pick.
It's an innings with potentially good ratios.
I'm a Tigers
and I think
guy.
I needed that.
I love that pick. I'm Tigers. Ooh, I
Troy
see my picks.
Melton just went the pick before me, so
I see my picks here. I see my picks. I'm bringing it back together here. I'm going to take Mark Vientos right there. Quickly take Mark Vientos.
yep. You
Okay.
waited at third, got Durbin and Vientos. Good combo there.
Okay. Now I need to put this guy there. Now I need to go. Okay. This is part of my probably bad plan here, but I think this will work. Troy Melton, Casey Mize. I got to tell you, I really like that Casey Mize pick. I took him, I think a little, probably in that exact right range, same range that you took, which I think is the right range, just the other day. And I was just like, man, if that, I think he was my seventh pitcher even, because I go pitcher crazy. Um, man, that's a great pick. He's gonna
I
show out.
appreciate it. Well, last year, I was just so impressed that he came back and actually showed. He was like, "Hey, everyone, remember me, former number one pick over here."
Yeah, yeah, and I mean that kind of stuff. Like when things are going good, things will go good. And I don't know. I'm not a the value there. I'm showing him as a 132 by my primitive scoring, so that's well above. That's somewhere about like taking into the weight of a starting pitcher, which actually in my system doesn't have any weight. I'm not starting pitchers with any rarity at all. So that's a straight up 132 pick.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes that you're making me feel better. I appreciate it.
Oh man, I hope I get my guy here. I haven't really gotten back to one of my guys that I've been trying to get to. Like one of the players I'm saying, this is the guy I'm looking to get to make my team better. Okay, there goes Sosa. Was an early adopter on Sosa last year too. Um, let's see. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Come on, Ramon. Hook it up, dude. This pick, I'm gonna say one thing about this pick when I make it. And I want you to tell me if you think I'm wrong or right about the one. If I get to make this pick,
Okay.
I'm gonna say that this player will have the most of this stat, and it won't be the stat you'll be thinking I'm gonna say.
All
But
right. All right.
I think that's why I want to take this next guy. And I'm gonna be able to take him. And his name is surprisingly or not, I am gonna go down there and I'm gonna take Luis Arias. And he is gonna have the most at bats of any player left on this board, and that is why I'm drafting him in a Gladiator. Just drafting
Okay.
him. And that is a strange, crazy pick, but now I can do whatever. I can get so junky with the rest of my hitters. I can get so junky with what they actually give me that I think that gives me a certain amount of flexibility to just take average a little bit early there. We'll see where my rater rates me there in terms of what I think that pick was.
Yeah. Um. So I don't have really an issue with Arise. I have drafted him in the past. I guess for me, I'm kind of anytime I take someone like Chandler Simpson, if I take a Chandler Simpson on a team, then I just simply my brain
You're
goes to
off.
I can't go with another person that won't hit homers. And you have Durbin,
I know I'm low on
probably
homers.
12 to 13 homers, maybe, maybe 15. But like you may have struggle at power with Burleson, Durbin. I don't know about Laureano, Arise. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see that being maybe a struggle. But with that said, the at bats, I agree. Batting average, I agree. Here's my catcher too. It worked. I pushed it. I went the catch or the pitcher,
Oh,
pushed it
you did
around,
it.
and got Austin Wells. So that worked out.
Nice. Nice. There's other catchers there that I'm sure people are looking to take. I almost went for uh, either Wells or Ohapi there. Um, but I mean, I do need to find some dirty power here with a couple bad picks to make. What do I got to take here?
So
Okay.
you got catcher two and middle infield.
Mid
See, that's
infielder,
all you
which,
have left.
and then I got all of my pitchers, which I'm feeling really good about doing that because this is a crazy way to play this game, and I'm going to play it this way in terms of there have only been 27 relievers taken right now. So we'll see what I can cobble together in the end in terms of
Hey,
dart throw relievers.
Very interested to see the ones you pick. Very interested. I have
Yeah, it's gonna.
one reliever in my queue right now. One.
Okay.
So
I have my. I just put my little projection sheet open to relievers. Um, so there's Friedel. Okay, let me put Bowman there. Alec Bohm. Okay, now let me put on this back screen real quick. Let me go stop screen. Let me go share screen, and then I can go share window. Boom. Share that one. Boom. So here's those standings. And so let me see. 13 total. You're in first. Oh, I'm in first total. You're in sixth with the total. But your average is coming in. Oh, we're doing some calculating here. Some recalculating is happening. So in terms of average, I show you in 10th in average, 7th in total, and 9th in degraded. I show myself first in total, fourth in average, and first in degraded. So I don't know.
nice.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at this later. That never seems right. It never seems right when you say it like that. But I guess I am picking the kind of players I like to pick. So
And you're putting together, like I said, overall, an overall team that I like too. Again, I'm gonna be real fascinated to see how you do the relievers.
yeah, that's where it all comes out in the wash in this strategy is can you I guess I said this to start. I think it's a 9.5 category game, and I guess I'm gonna play it like that. So I'm gonna invest. I'm not gonna invest in those half categories. Um, we'll see if it works out. I tell you, the team you mentioned the disaster that was where. Let me get caught up here. The disaster last year that was AJ Puck, and I'll tell you the team that I covet the most from last year, scouting last year's, was a team that had AJ Puck on it, and he drafted AJ Puck in the 18th round. And if he didn't draft AJ Puck in the 18th round, he didn't spend that capital there. Man, he might have had the winning team. Um, and he had three relievers on that team. So that's the team. You can look at that team.
Hmm.
Anybody can look at that team, but that's mainly that drafter is not in this room today, or I would not be going for that style because he sees me and I sees him, and then we have this
Hmm.
showdown at the end for these relievers that we're going to do. So there's no rhyme or reason to these guys at the end. You just go, oh, there was one of them right there. I would consider taking Enriquez quickly there. Sean Manaea. Okay, now I'm into where I need to like get a decent reliever, and
When
I
you said a
feel
guy that from a team Puck was on, my mind went to Ronnie Henriquez, and then I looked and saw he went.
it's happening right now. It's happening right now. You know this gets away from you. I mean, let me ask you this: why wouldn't you take Tanner Scott? Why wouldn't you? That's a 10-10 guy. He's on the Dodgers.
I
Think about it.
I don't really think there's a reason to not do it on a team like yours. Take the upside that he can give you. And what if Edwin has because Edwin has shown in the past sometimes where he can
There's
struggle.
my guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There's
That's
Riley
okay.
O'Brien. You're asking me who I'm trying to get to. It's Riley O'Brien.
It's
Trying to throw a
Riley.
little subterfuge. Um, trying to throw a little subterfuge with that Tanner Scott talk. But what you're saying about Tanner Scott is what I think about him exactly. And uh, I guess I just looked at my team and I saw that I have 990 strikeouts right now. And in this Gladiator, I'm trying to get to 1,200 strikeouts. So you figure you'll be able to get 200 strikeouts with three relievers.
Yeah.
So I'm also at right around 1,000 innings. So I figure I'll be able to get to my 1,100 innings, 1,200 strikeouts if I take three relievers. But that being said, I mean, Tanner Scott giving you, you know, 5 wins and 8 saves, that could be a decent part of your team. So I'm not sure how I really think about it. Maybe I'm thinking about like something else besides saves in that value for those relievers. Maybe That's not the right way to think about it. But
Well, I mean, you've got the type of team you can easily just simply putt saves. Like, what are you going to get if you have a guy that gives you 8 saves at this point? You're still going to be at the bottom of this league, most likely in the top bottom three at that category.
well, I don't want to. I
Um,
don't want to. I don't want to all the way punt saves. I don't think you can win the overall with no saves.
That's what
I
I'm getting at. It's I don't think you can either. I don't even think that you could win the individual league, but you would have to be draft almost perfect the rest of your team, even to win the individual league with no saves, with finishing, as the 15.
yeah, you have to have some saves.
All right. All right. So back to, let's see where we got. So I still need corner and a middle and an outfield 5. I need 2 more pitchers. I have 4 pitchers total in my queue. Let's see. Outfield 5. Still some names that I like.
Let's see.
Corner and middle. Still names I like there, but one. Let's see. Yeah,
I see my guy I like.
I'm going to go with my pitcher 8 and Ian Seymour.
That's nice.
See what we can get from him. I mean, again, these pitchers down here, who knows? I'm hoping that he can give good ERA and whip there. We'll
You
see.
just
We'll
don't.
see about the wins.
I'm just what I'm thinking here is just don't make a mistake. Don't get a guy who's going to weigh you down. There goes Andrew Vaughn. So that means I'm most likely going to get my guy who is going to be. Oh man, I just saw him. Oh, it's going to be this catcher named Logan Ohape because I need some home runs, and
There you go.
I'm gonna take him. That's my guy.
So you waited, you got O'Hop. I don't think there's much of a difference between Austin Wells, who I got that last round, and then waiting and getting O'Hop. I mean, they're pretty much the same type of player. One's lefty,
I
one's righty.
I didn't think there was. I don't think there's much different either. It's just I guess it's just where you take him to fill out your team in the right time. But I'm happy. I'm stoked to get Ohapi there. Really excited about that. I think that helps my team in a way from catcher where I wasn't going to be able to get many more home runs there from any of those other catchers, maybe
Mhm.
Narvaez. But I think to get those, can I say 20 home runs? And like we were
Yeah,
talking
maybe.
about,
Yeah.
like we're talking about Joe Adell, does that work for me? Joe Adell and Logan Ohapi, that could work. That could work.
Logan O'Hoppe, he had just an epic collapse for about 2.5, maybe 3 months last year, where his stats just cratered. Let me real quick pull up my O'Hoppe sheet.
You got all the sheets.
I have every position and every player broke down at this point. Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
Let's see.
I just
O'Hoppe.
I do regressions and scouting what you guys are doing. You guys do the real work.
I'm just a huge nerd, is really all it boils down to. Um,
Respect.
Yeah. So yeah, here's when it was. So Logan O'Hop last year. So based off of points, this isn't roto scoring, but based off of
Okay.
point scoring, at the end of the first third of the season, I track each third of the season, so I can see where people ranked as the year moves along for every person. He was the catcher 2 overall. The catcher 2 at the end of the first third. Logan O'Hop was. He had 14 homers and 30 RBIs through May 25th, hitting 272.
Man, I really enjoy that.
Incredible. And
That
then he cratered. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his next 9 weeks in the next third were bad. And he went from catcher 2 to catcher 12. And then literally the whole final third of the season was an absolute disaster. He did not have one good week, not one good
normally that would
week
keep me off him. Normally,
in the
normally,
whole final third. He finishes catcher 25. But that
um,
first third, before any sort of health or whatever, he has that in him. I mean, 14 homers and hitting 272 through the first 2 months of the season. Like that's huge.
that's huge. And I think from your pair of catchers, you're looking to get 40 homers, and I think I probably got that. I just took Tanner Scott there. Just took him in the 20th. I couldn't let him go by anymore. I want those 100 Ks. I want those Dodger wins. So I took him.
I like it. There's the first one. I like it. Okay, so let me tell you, I'm up now. I'm looking at. I have not been taking Grisham. I just can't bring myself to do it. This is actually a pretty good spot for him on my team, to be honest. If he were to work out, I just can't do it. I can't trust Grisham. Um, this is the guy I've been wanting to gamble on, and I'm doing it. This is my third time taking him.
Wow. Let's go.
I've heard good things, and I've been on, from what I've heard, just again, I've listened to podcasts, just literally Googling and reading what stuff says on Google. And he
Right.
should be a better source of batting average with still some decent power, especially if I compare him to Minatari Masasaki, or whatever the other guy. Why am I blanking on his name now? Masasaki, is that it?
Munat.
Munatar.
Munatari?
Munatari.
I mean,
That's it. It's Munatari. I'm looking for his name. Sometimes you have those name brain farts.
Dude, I barely got. Those are the last names I put into my. Because mine's all. I just autofill by the names.
There, yeah, so Murakami. There it is. Yeah.
I got to have the names in there pretty good to make my system work. Yeah. I mean, I like your thinking here. Is like your team is good. Where am I gonna push the edge a little bit?
Try to shoot up. Yeah.
Try to shoot up. And I guess you are more well scouted than me, so you know where to take those shots. There's another guy I would have taken right there. Damn.
I'll tell you other corner infields that I've already drafted. I haven't taken Colt Keith, sorry. But I've taken Brooks Lee, I've taken McKinstry, I've taken Kobe Mayo, I've taken Spencer Horwitz, I've taken Ryan McMahon.
I like Horwitz.
That's about it. I think that's the
You've taken Ryan McMahon.
Gladiator.
You've taken Ryan McMahon in a Gladiator.
Yep.
How many times?
Just once.
Recently, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because I was looking for who's going to push third baseman and just take that guy. I was looking for the edge of the argument. That's what I try to do with any argument. I say, find the edge. I say, okay, who's going to be the guy who might do something, the worst possible guy, McMahon. So you took him with the last pick in a Gladiator.
And here's the thing. He could hit 30 homers pretty easily. I mean, maybe I should have taken him there instead of the Japanese guy, but I like to just, I like to take the sexy foreign guy too. I mean, I can't help it. I've listened to Tim McLeod for years, and so it's in my head.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, I like to take the new guys so much. Like that, seriously, that's why I take all the pitchers who come over. Too much, too high, and people laugh at me. But man, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta. Oh, there's Mitch Keller. Wait. Did I miss a piss? I missed Narvaez, Carlos Narvaez. What do you think about Narvaez there?
I don't know. I have drafted him once when I waited a catch or two. He came out of nowhere. He was not even. I mean, like literally every week I have spreadsheets where I update the stats from the previous week. And before last year, he was nowhere on my radar at all. And all of a sudden he was really good. And I just feel like guys like that I want to say, let me go look it up. I want to say he's like 30. I feel like guys like him who are like older, who just sort of come out of the minors and all of a sudden do well. So he's not as old as I thought. He was 26. He'll be 27. But
okay.
I just don't know. He was really good though. He was very solid.
He's part of the reason why. I mean, my not understanding him is honestly part of the reason why I am not drafting Cedeno Rafaela, because I just don't know. There's a lot of guys. I think I mentioned I don't know what's going to happen with Roman Anthony. There's a lot. There's Brendan Donovan. Dang, I was trying to get to him. There's Adolis Garcia, exceptional pick there. Um, I forgot what I was just saying. Um, it's coming down to this is the best part of the draft right here, man. I know you love this part the best too, where you
Oh,
got
I love the end.
the
Yeah.
end is the best.
It's a lot of fun. Just finding these names. I mean, I there is a lot of people at the end that don't work out at all. But man, when you hit on the ones, they make you feel so good.
Yeah, I think I hit on Terang one year. Who did I hit on? The not Jordan Beck, but the other guy who plays in Colorado. I hit on him. It feels you're like, wow, I got this found money. Like Narvaez. I think I
Like
had my
Narvaez.
like Narvaez last year. It's coming up to you, my friend. Oh, there's Mason Wynn. Somebody wants to get those. How many 30 stolen bases he wants to get every year?
I've drafted Mason some. I like Mason, but I like Mason more in real life than for fantasy. But I like Mason, and I definitely think he's got a up gear that we've not seen. Um, all right. I'm down to one pitcher, one outfield, and a middle.
Hmm. Hmm. Trying to update here.
All right, let me review. I think I probably could use some speed, but there's not a lot here that I see jumps out at me that I'm that interested in speed wise. Evan Carter. Evan Carter actually. That's pretty decent.
You get a little something there, right?
Um I still McClanahan's still there. I'm just gonna pass. Like I said, I've taken him a few times and it's not fun. I know who I'm gonna I know what I'm gonna do at middle. All right, I'm not taking middle. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take middle with my last pick.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm gonna go ahead and take my last pitcher. I'm not gonna take another reliever. I'm gonna go with just the two relievers I have and go with upside with Robbie Snelling.
There you go.
So
There you go.
the last couple of pitchers, Seymour, Snelling, go with a couple Florida kids, see what happens.
Hey, I got to one of my guys here. You're asking me who I'm looking to take here? I'm looking to take this guy for no good
Let's see it.
reason than to throw it in the dark right here. This is the guy I'm looking to take to just throw this thing in the dark. What round is this? I got to take him. I got to take this guy here. Yeah, because it's coming back to me. Because I don't want nobody to take him. Give me this guy.
Yeah.
Throw it in the dark.
Yeah. I almost said his name earlier whenever I was talking about relief. I almost said Robert Garcia because Texas, I was shocked last year when they didn't bring anyone in, but I won't be shocked this year if they don't bring anyone in.
Oh, yeah. And that's why I was on Riley O'Brien, too, because they're not bringing anybody in.
Yeah. I've grabbed a couple shares of Riley O'Brien, but I just don't know. Again, I've watched him. I just don't know. I don't know if he also is like an older-ish guy who kind of came out of nowhere. Sometimes those work at reliever more than any other position, to be
This
honest.
is true, but you also can't take him if you need any type of strikeouts. Um, if you're relying on those relievers to get strikeouts, some of them are just straight up off the board. Like
Yeah.
he's not one a guy you can. He's 60 strikeouts, man. There goes Bo Naylor. You can't
You're talking about Riley O'Brien, right? Not
Riley
Robert
O'Brien,
Garcia.
yeah,
Yeah,
Riley
yeah,
O'Brien.
yeah. Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna have to make this pick, huh? I'm gonna
I
have.
like I like Ashcraft too. I've taken him a few times.
Dude, that's a good pick. That's what you said when you said you're gonna go with 7 starters.
Hmm.
Oh man, do I gotta take Thomas Edman? What do I need? I need more power than that, but there's no power out there. Can't get
Outfield
at
or
mid. At mid,
middle?
I got
Um,
nothing.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
Volpe.
Tommy can have some power. Volpe, but who knows with his health? I mean, Hassong's interesting depending on where he signs. Christian Campbell, who knows if he were to bounce back and be a surprise. But yeah, I honestly I think Tommy is probably
I
just
think
a
Tommy's where I
solid
go here
good pick. Yeah.
on the Dodgers. Going to score some runs. I'm a little
Yep.
low on runs too, so I'm going to take Tommy Edman.
He started last year so hot that he was overshooting his power. But then it came back the opposite way where it was like he just completely lost his power at the end.
Yeah.
And I think it's the truth is more in the middle where like Tommy, if Tommy's healthy, Tommy's a good player. Problem is Tommy has a hard time staying healthy.
Yeah, I have a feeling the Dodgers are going to find a way to play every. Oh, I'm sorry, you're on the clock.
You are good. I'm looking. Did Canzone? Oh my gosh! Literally, Canzone just. I had Canzone. Unbelievable, Kirby. You did it again. Okay. Well, pivot away from Canzone. Maybe this just is the Evan Carter time. I don't. I mean, Jordan Walker is kind of interesting. I haven't taken
Ooh,
him yet.
you're a Cardinals fan.
Oh crap!
Oh
Oh
no,
gosh, dang it.
call him.
Well, no, I'll take Hassong as my middle. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Although that's not what I was going to do. I already had that idea for my middle, but I'm not going to contact admin. That sucks though.
Damn, man, that
I was
sucks.
going back and forth. I should have thrown him in my queue. Oh well, it's all right. I'll live with Hassan Kim and be fine with it. I'll tell you what I was gonna do because
Where
I
you
did
gonna
it
go?
in the last draft. I've liked this guy since he came up, and it's only worked out for the first couple months he came up and not since at all. But I'm kind of in on Von Grissom as my
Oh
last pick
man,
now. Like I kind of like that. Like if he can play every day with LA at second,
dude,
he's a good batting average, good speed with decent power.
he's not on
Ah,
any. I mean, and he's not on anybody's sheet right now. You could get him super cheap.
no, like I said, I was planning on doing it with my last pick. I got him in my last pick the other day.
Yep.
Maybe that was last night or a couple nights ago. I lose track. Speaking of, I have. Let me see if the next draft. Yep,
Oh yeah, dude, you're on. Dude, you're a lunatic. You're on right now.
the uh the midnight draft. Well, midnight Eastern 11 for me. Yeah, I got pick 14 in this next one, and yeah, it's about to start.
Oh, there's Joey Cantillo. Joey Cantillo. Love me a Cantillo.
Yep, me too. Yep, big fan of Cantillo. Cantillo and Ashcraft, they've been my two most drafted late guys in this. Um, I wonder how many I have of each of them so far, but I've got a decent amount of both those two. Like if I say decent amount, I mean like maybe four out of my 25. So close to 20%.
Okay, that's pretty. I mean, I don't have
It's
any.
a it's a decent amount. Like I said, it's
I'm waiting for everybody to come out with their shares here in a little bit. I haven't. When I finish my Gladiator, I'll drop out my shares. There's Josh Jung. I gotta say, he's curious out there. Um, somebody probably is team fit more than anything. But I gotta say, I did have to do some diligence and figure out if he was. I guess I would have taken Colt Keith in front of him, and Colt Keith did go in front of him, but I don't know. Yeah, out here, these third basemen where you're like, they're really pushed back, but I don't know. You don't.
again, I think if I was taking one here, McMahon is a good pick if you need power, if you needed speed.
You know what? I can't believe that you're
I don't
the guy who took that because I seriously looked in there. I said, okay, who's thinking taking Ryan McMahon at the end is like the way to get an extra value early, and that's the way to do it. But you have to almost be thinking about building your team the whole time like that, and it's hard to keep that focused in mind. Like I'm gonna get this Ryan McMahon at the end. So I applaud
I
you if you can do that kind of stuff.
well, I just the way I think you've heard me talking tonight. I mean, I'm always whenever I'm picking, I'm always trying to think, what am I going to do? What is it setting up?
Right.
And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get dominant Canzone sniped and you go down and get autoed. I've had to take a couple auto hits the last like week or two in the drafts I've been doing because I've been watching Stranger Things. I never watched it all these years. I never watched it, and I've had a buddy of mine who's been hounding me to watch this show since literally since 2016. And finally, I was like, you know what? New season's coming out. I'll watch it. I started it from season one, and I've been binging
Oh,
the
you're
whole
starting the
show.
whole thing up, huh?
I started it all. I've watched it all since Thanksgiving. I'm caught up now. I finished the last four episodes of the fifth season just the other night.
That's what they're working on in the other room right now. I'm almost sure of it. I got teenagers, so they love that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Have you ever watched it?
I've
Like I said, I
watched
had
it.
never.
I've watched it, and I will. I watched the first couple of seasons, but then I didn't watch it for a little bit. But I
Yeah,
will be. I heard it was so good in this fifth season that it's worth catching up to.
I like the first one and two seasons the most myself. Season four was pretty fun, but
Oh,
I don't
here
know.
we
I've
go.
not. We'll see about season five.
Oh man,
The
we're coming
first
down
four
to the
episodes
last
didn't thrill me.
picks.
Here's my last pick: Lane Thomas, who just signed.
Love it. Love it. Love Lane Thomas. I didn't
So
know he just signed. Love
he
that for
signed
him.
with the Royals.
I'm gonna have to pull a rabbit out of my hat right here. Who is the last best relief pitcher on my sheet? And that is going to be, man, not Jose Ferrar. Is it Grant Taylor? No. Is it Victor Vodnik? It quite possibly could be Victor Vodnik. And my ERA and whip are doing just fine enough to pick this crazy pick. I have not picked yet, but I'm going this year. I have not picked Victor Vodnik, but I'm going to pick Victor Vodnik. Saw Don Rella do it, so I'm going to do it.
Do it.
He's mine. He's mine. There's some saves. Now, conceivably, I could get into saves now, dude.
You could.
I gave myself a chance to get into saves.
Yep.
So I'm not. Let's finish putting in these last names. I'll correct a couple of errors, and then I'll give a total update.
Yeah, let's see it. I this was a fun draft.
It's
Had
been
a great
fun,
time
man.
drafting with you for sure.
Yeah, man. I've never. I know there's some unwritten courtesies and things like that. I don't really know what they are, but I tried to learn from your lead here, and this has been a good time, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think not a lot of people talk the Gladiator, but I think there's Jojo Romero. I think that Jojo Romero, you could handcuff him with Riley O'Brien, and that would be a kind of crazy thing to do. But they're both showing as to have like a handful of saves each. So,
like, what about a dozen? Is that
dozen
what the
each.
projections
So,
say? Yeah.
yeah. So it's like that can't be the worst, could it? I don't know.
I have no clue what they're going to end up doing. No clue. So,
Yeah.
like, from the bullpen perspective, that's why I'm like, I think betting on those two is the most logical thing to do right now. But if it's some rando other guy that we aren't even thinking about, who knows? They may not even
Yeah.
have a closer. They're not going to win that many games anyway. So.
Okay. Well, that's the. Oh, they were saying you're not going to win that many games.
The Cardinals, nah, they're going to be bad.
That's a real hometowner right there.
I kind of want them to be bad. I kind of want them to be bad just to make change. I'm ready for change.
Oh, that's sometimes that helps. Okay, here we go. So, in the end, this is so green is the total rankings, red is the average rankings, blue is the graded.
Okay.
The graded is you just lose 1 percentage point per round. So it displays if you're trying to chase a stat. So
I like that. That's cool.
So neither of us were really trying to chase. So I got you at, it says you're in ninth and I'm in first. But that means nothing. This all means nothing, right? Because
Still.
I draft to to a crazy set of numbers where I use Fangraphs, Steamer, and then a set of numbers that are regressed even farther than Fangraphs. So
okay.
So I draft, my numbers are like the minimum, smallest, try to be the most constricted numbers to draft to. So with that being said, I got you at about 1,969 innings. So you went, that can't be right. You must not have a picture on your, oh, that's me. I must not have a picture. Oh, no, my picture is not calculated correctly. This is more correct over here. So your total innings are, yeah, son. You've got 1,100 innings.
That sounds about right. I only took 2 relievers, so
yeah. And this draft, I don't think my stats really show this draft so well. And I've been seeing that more and more I draft with the good players. Is I don't show, my standings don't show so well. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I love this spreadsheet that you have, though. Let me tell you, I think it's phenomenal.
See that right there? I just put your team in there. There, your team just shot in there.
Nice.
So you can get this spreadsheet on. It's on my website. Anybody can get it and use it if they want. It's numbers. It's a little cumbersome, but it does process all these numbers. I got you at a 90% team, which 89%, 90% team. So that means you're in the 90% of the numbers for the Gladiator from last year, using my bad numbers to calculate. So that means you drafted a good team.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to be that exact thing.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it from my head numbers. So I love your spreadsheet saying that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I thought about it, I was like, he's drafting out of his head. Hey, I know you got your other draft to go to. It's been a blast, man. Keep in contact, bro. I'm going to draft a couple more. Let's see if we can get some other people to get in here with us.
Sounds great.
Stay
Good talking with you, Jason.
Hey, nice to meet you, brother.
You too.
Up. Peace, man.
Absolutely. Have a good night. Bye.
Later, y'all. Yes, now we can play all day.
That would be the first, second. No, we have to wake up at the first, second of the day, so we can play all day.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Dirty.